Ladies and gentlemen, guys, gals, non-binary pals, welcome back to Insomnia69. The tournament has dragged on for 2 days already. We are nearing the end of the tournament. But before our final match, we need the penultimate one. Once again, Witness Gaming go up against tf2easy. For the third time this LAN, for the fourth time this month. I've got Cadus here with me. We've got to talk through a little bit about both these teams before we go into the game.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be, for the fourth time, an interesting one. As you said, these guys have played each other a lot in recent times. One team has been having a bit more success than the others, to put things mildly, but their stakes have never been higher. They've never had more data on each other, so if there was ever a time for a surprise result, this would probably have to be it.
Yeah, I mean, Witness Gaming have been having a really good tournament. They've been playing so close to Froyotech multiple times, really feeling like, honestly, they probably should have taken a lot of the maps that they've played. Just been playing so well. We can run through the rosters a little bit quickly. I think we have some stats to pull up as well. But all of these players have been playing really, really well. We have an intro video, actually, before we pull out some stats. We're going to play that. You guys can have a look.
So I'm really excited to prove myself on LAN, play the best TF2 that's possible.
I don't think we'd be happy with anything but first. Unless we're putting a lot of effort.
So I don't think that we are considered the favourites to win. Going in as the underdogs, it's quite a nice place to be, I think.
Oh my days! Okay.
No, Moolah!
Oh, look at that! Can't quite finish this Domo kill.
Moolah.
He's being healed up.
Moolah.
Oh my god! He actually taunts. What kind of challenge?
And there you have it, guys. Witness Gaming are here at LAN, and they are a fun bunch. You can see the stats came up behind me on the screen for a second, then they disappeared. They're back now. If there's any player we have to sort of introduce these guys, where would you start out with here, Cadus?
I mean, I've been saying it kind of all tournament long. Celentes is always going to be the standout player for me for Witness. Like, he was on tf2easy not so long ago. The last time tf2easy had a result over these guys, Celentes was with them, leading the charge. Now he's on Witness in an altered role in terms of his like overall role in the team. He's just a player here rather than as much of a leader figure as he was in tf2easy, but he's just the eternal consistency. Like, as well as like big plays, he's also just consistent in maps, but it's map to map. He's also just consistently having these kind of impacts. So if I was to single out one, it is challenging because there's a lot of names there that you could single out, but Celentes, that is my mantra of this LAN.
He has been having such a good tournament as well. Him, and I think also, for a lot of people, Domo, I think this is the first time people have really seen him come out, but especially against Froyotech. He was doing so well across both of the maps, having a standout tournament. We have some stats here in the background. Decent, I mean, 270 average DPM across the whole tournament. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely not bad at all. I mean, when you think of like top demos, like there's a bunch of names, especially if you follow the international scene. And I think coming into this LAN, people would think like Habib, like can players like Domo really match up to him? And okay, he might not have had some of the, he might not have some of the glitz and glamour about his game, but this is a guy who fits into the team unit so well. He's asked to do a number of like jobs, so to speak, where he's granted less freedom, but still expected to kind of have good outputs as well. And he's able to do kind of all of that whilst fitting into the structure. And as you can see from the stats, like it's not shabby like at all, considering he's had many maps against the highest caliber opposition as well. Some other team stats are maybe watered down a little bit. Domo's are not. Domo's been, he's played like 4 maps against Froyo, some of them going into overtime as well. So it's like extending the stats even further in terms of top caliber opposition. Yeah, he's a unit, and a solid unit at that.
I think as well, honestly, we have to focus a little bit on Ixie. This is his first big LAN where he's sort of playing for one of the top teams. I mean, he's playing Scout, so the DPM is going to be a little bit lower, but across the map, still averaging 20 kills, only 13 deaths across the whole tournament. He's supposed to be the flank Scout, but still, I mean, he has less average deaths than his pocket Scout.
Yeah, these are not my words, but I've heard maybe a few jealous rivals describe him as a beta, but I think that is just, again, a part of the Witness structure where Ixie is just able to play kind of on the periphery, come in as and when he's needed. He's a very quiet player, not in the way, like, I'm not saying like he has bad comms, but he's not demanding. He's not one of these players who comes in and demands beam, demands like this and that, and asks people to do things. He'll just fit in as and when is needed, and as long as his team structure is working well, he just fits into that so well. And considering this is his first LAN, like on a top team, yeah, he's doing a really great job at fitting in. And I think overall for Witness, I mean, all of the players here pretty much, like, I can't really pick a single one that's having like a bad tournament, so to speak. I felt like we could single out any of them, and it's just like been pretty good. I can't even think of like a map really where one of them had like a standout terrible performance. Maybe like, and this seems absurd to say because I think Tomas has been one of the best players at this tournament, but the only thing I can think of is yesterday on Viaduct, maybe Tomas had a few too many deaths for my taste compared to his usual standard, but that's about the worst thing I can say for them. For Witness in this game against tf2easy, it's really going to just be a case of more of the same. I heard these guys talking a little bit, and I think they used the words like potential banana peel, and that's kind of how this game has become at this point. For Witness, it's just more of the same. They're 9-0 in maps against tf2easy. I think they've dropped one round to them all tournament long. That's across 4 maps, so it's just a case of more of the same, and it's a case of what can tf2easy bring to the table at the end of the day to change things.
Yeah, so let's take a little bit of a look at tf2easy as well. We have another video here to play for you guys. Take a look at this one.
I'd like to make grand finals.
Succeed with my team.
The best player on our team, even Nabi, was insane playmaking potential.
My medic is fucking sick. Oh, I'm not allowed to swear in these, am I? I'm gonna have to cut that bit out.
I absolutely think this is the strongest version of the team, otherwise I wouldn't keep coming back to it, would we?
Oh my god, he finds the direct.
Danny's already through house, but Eric does go down. Paddy's trying to get behind the house, but it looks like he's going to be caught by Mazboy and Morale. Paddy is on.
And there you have it, guys. tf2easy. We've got their stats behind them on the board as well. Is there anyone here sort of scanning through quite quickly, trying to find who do you think on this team? How are you feeling about these players?
I think let me just have a little read. This is my first time seeing all these stats in such beautiful detail. It's a weird one because I feel like as a team, there's nothing particularly. I'm going to sound like a broken record here, but as a team, it feels like there's not been any particularly negative performances across the board. I feel like on individual levels, we've been seeing nothing, like no one stands out as having like poor performances, but by the same token, other than a few maybe magic moments in the games against the best teams, I don't think we've really seen the best of these guys yet. We've seen some moments from Josh, we've seen some moments from Nubby, we've seen some like across the length of the tournament, we've seen good performances, but in these big high stakes matches, I'm just gonna say I'm looking for like a big performance from Gazzy in this game. Not that he's played particularly badly, but he's a guy who I feel like has more to offer than what we've seen so far. Him and Josh had a particularly rough snake water when they played that map in the upper bracket, and yeah, I just feel like there's more to be had from them, and these stats show it. These stats show what they can do, like 19.3 like average kills per game. I think he had something like, it was like around the 10 mark like on Snake, and for Scout it's like, yeah, you just expect a little bit more. We've come to know and love like his game in a wider sense than that, but yeah, I feel like they're the guys I'm kind of looking to level their play up today.
So coming into this game, what are you sort of looking for tf2easy overall to do? What can they do in the time that they now have to try and get back and try to take the fight to Witness Gaming?
It's an interesting question, honestly, because yeah, we've spoken about like the record. The record is not great by any means. Yeah, the record is not ideal by any means, but I think if there's just one change they could do, they don't have that much time to do that much homework. If this is one thing that tf2easy could do, it would be to have good mids and just win 1 or 2 clean rounds. They've won 1 round all LAN. If they could just get like map starts, win mid, win a round, be up in a game, I feel like that would just be a big confidence booster and get these guys into the game, because it feels like they've never really been in some of these games. They've just been chasing and struggling to string fight wins together. Just if they could get off to a good start, good mid fights, I feel like it could change the momentum, if you know what I mean.
Definitely. It's one of those where like it feels like just, even though the score lines are quite low from just the pace of the game that we've seen across these two teams when they play each other, even though the score lines are low, it still feels like for 90% of the game, Witness Gaming just still seem in control, right? We've seen tf2easy, they're struggling to sort of take the ball from Witness Gaming. And I wonder what it takes. Is there a player specifically, who would you sort of look at on tf2easy that you could sort of point to and say, okay, this guy, if he steps up a little bit, you mentioned Gazzy before, is there anyone else that can sort of really take the pedal to the metal?
I think the Soldier duo, like, I think that's one of the things that they've been maybe getting outmatched by Witness Gaming, but on mid-fights, we've been seeing a huge impact from Celentes and Pappy. I feel like Josh and Nubby as a duo, and also Nubby as an individual, we've seen moments of magic from this guy on online seasons. We've seen some good aim, some good rockets from Nubby, but not so much the impact. So I feel like the Soldier duo as a whole could really turn it up. They have levels above where they're at the moment. Josh had a really rotten Snake Water yesterday. I think I'm quoting these stats from memory, but it's something like he had 7k heals, 5k damage on Snake, and for Josh's standards, it's not what you would expect. Nubby, I can't recall a moment of brilliance, because that's what we know Nubby for. Moments that the jaw-dropping moments, the moments that make you go, is this guy actually one of the best soldiers ever to touch the game? People can debate what they think about that statement, but he's a man of, he has moments that make you ask that question at times, because he does ridiculous things, but we haven't really seen any of these ridiculous things so far this land. He's been solid, he's been okay. I'm not saying he's been bad, but we know he's got 3 levels above his current performances, if you know what I mean.
So, I mean, now, of course, we've got to have some pick bans as well. What are you sort of expecting? Last time we had the Snake Water pick. They've played this a lot of times, I think, after the grand final, where it did go to a Golden Cap. tf2easy tried to run it a couple times against Witness Gaming, but after last time, do you think they're still going to try to run this Snake Water pick?
I think they might be done with Snake. As you said, they went to Golden Cap in ECF2L. They played it in groups, and it was close. Witness were not happy with that performance at all, and were very much expecting the pick going into the last series they played. But after the game they had yesterday, was it 3-0, 4-0? It was basically a 3-0 game. Maybe there was a 4-0 garbage time. But after that, I think they go away from Snake. I think they just have to look somewhere else. I'm not sure exactly where they look. Their map pool doesn't line up the best. If I had to take a punt, I would say maybe a gully would be maybe a good punt for them at this point. But it's a tough one. It's a tough one. We know the bans, of course. The bans are always going to be Metalworks and Viaduct for Witness and tf2easy respectively. But in terms of the picks, yeah, tf2easy, it's just a case of cycling through maps at this point, because they've lost on half the map pool.
Yeah. But also, you mentioned Gully Wash. I think something we've been talking about it all tournament, which is the Witness Gaming Celentes on Gully Wash is a thing to be feared. Are you really, are you that desperate as tf2easy to be willing to face Celentes on Gully?
This is the thing. I have a really weird perspective on Gully Wash when it comes to these two teams, because on the one hand, I think Witness's Gully Wash is really, really good, but I think I rate Witness's Gully higher than they rate their Gully, or higher than they feel confident on it, especially against tf2easy. They feel like it's a bit of a booby trap map against tf2easy. Some of their default stuff doesn't work as well against tf2easy, or maybe tf2easy knows some of their default stuff and have counters in mind. But now we're on broadcast, assuming tf2easy aren't watching. This is the last time these teams can face each other, so I can say this freely. Witness don't like playing this team on Gully, even though they're very good at the map. So I feel like, yeah, like I said, my observations are that Witness would have a good shout on Gully, and maybe I'm surprised they haven't picked it, but for whatever reason, they do not like tf2easy on Gully. So that's kind of where I'd be so inclined to think if I was tf2easy.
I think we saw a little bit of tf2easy on Gully Wash, but here we go. So as you said, the standard map bans did come out. Witness Gaming banned Metalworks, tf2easy banned Product, and then it's a Granary pick for tf2easy into Process, and then Sunshine Decider.
Wow. Okay, this is not what I was expecting at all. Okay, the Granary pick, I think I did say, not on broadcast, but I'm going to take the credit for it anyway. I did shout out that Granary was a potential option, but I only knew that because I saw them screaming it earlier, so I'm not going to take too much credit. But yeah, okay, so Granary is just a case of maybe they saw something in the Froyo game, Froyo versus Witness yesterday. tf2easy maybe saw something there and decided, you know what, actually maybe we can do a job there as well. But yeah, Granary's come out a little bit out of left field. I know in the season prior to last, they did win Granary in the grand final, but that was obviously when they had Celentes, and a lot has changed since then. I can't remember other Granary games beside that. The process pick, I mean, I guess it makes sense when you think about it. It probably wouldn't have been what I would have done if I was like doing the veto for Witness. They had an okay, they beat them on it yesterday. I don't think they felt at risk of losing at any point, but it was not a comfortable game for my taste. Like, they went up around early, and then the rest of the game was just sort of tf2easy not quite able to convert. It goes back to that thing of not being able to win 2 fights in a row. But tf2easy were winning fights. They were getting last pushes. They failed probably 4 or 5 ad last pushes. So realistically, like, that's a metric I like to use to measure the game. The stats never show it, but when you have these close, like 1-0, 2-0 games, how many ad pushes did a team generate? Because that's usually a good indicator of how the balance of the map is. tf2easy had more ad pushes than Witness. Okay, Witness probably felt quite comfortable holding their last, so didn't feel too inclined with the 1-0 lead to take too many risks. Maybe they could have changed the flow of the game if they wanted. When they eventually did get like a chance, they managed to make it 2-0. So I guess they feel like yesterday they were almost at their worst on process. So if they can beat them at their worst, let's play them when we're playing well. But yeah, I don't know. That's probably not where I would have gone. That's not where I would have gone.
I think the Snakewater ban out of Witness Gaming is also quite interesting. We mentioned it earlier here, but I felt like Witness Gaming seemed fairly comfortable on Snakewater, especially yesterday. They decided to ban it out, take it to Sunshine as the decider. How do you feel about Sunshine for these two teams?
Yeah, Sunshine is like a big overlap in their map pool. I feel like, I think both teams like it against other matchups. I can see this being like a map that both of these teams potentially could pick. So it's like, yeah, I think no team really wants to pick it against the other because they think enemy might pick it, so I don't want to waste my pick on that map. But yeah, I think Sunshine is literally, it's a very, very close map for both teams, but obviously Witness have the track record.
So, to help us get this match started, I'm going to throw it over to our casters, Cerny and TurboTabs. Take it away, guys.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Casters Decks. I am TurboTabs. I'm joined with the lovely Cerny again. How are we doing, Cerny?
Hi.
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 Okay. Well, we've got to say hi also to our two teams. It is, of course, TF2easy versus Witness Gaming. Kind of turning into a classic at this point because I keep seeing this match over and over and over again.
Here.
Yeah.
I've seen this before. Anyway, this could be an interesting matchup. I mean, this is upset potential. If tf2easy are coming out swinging today, if they're on form and Witness aren't, this could be upset potential. It's the battle for second place at least, or maybe the privilege of going up against Froyo. Let's say it like that. The privilege of going up against Froyo, and obviously, you know, given the track record, everybody should be favoring Witness. So underdog role for tf2easy.
But there has been a couple of things I've swung secretly to the tf2easy's way that you might not know or keep track at land, but don't worry, your boy Turbo's on the ground out there with you, Twitch chat. Basically, the tf2easy had a bit of an upgrade hardware-wise. With some of the teams getting knocked out in here, you just go over, do some little butterfly eyes and go like, can I have that monitor? That really nice monitor you have over there. And they're like, yeah, sure, buddy. Okay, so some of these scouts feeling a bit more enabled, actually not having screen tear and all that. And they've been scrimming Froyo non-stop. We've actually got a little preview of it when we were kind of waiting about as well. And they're doing decently against them. So feeling quite sharp by Witness. I think Witness have had to kind of jimmy out some rough scrims against other players.
They haven't really been able to fight anybody. I mean, their top two contenders are tf2easy and Froyo, and when they're playing each other, you're kind of bullied out of it.
Do you think they feel a bit targeted here at this tournament?
Maybe they're being like bullied out. They're being secluded, you know? Being shoved
Don't
away.
you hate it when you play like a game of Monopoly and like everybody's just teaming up? That's not how the game goes, guys, but they keep doing that. It's just not fair.
It's not the free-for-all that it should have been, but yeah, I mean, their performances against Froyo have been surprisingly decent. Even if they've been losing in their scrims, they have been losing very closely. It has been very, very tight usually, and sometimes they've even been taking maps of them. Obviously now Froyo might not be taking it as seriously yet. They still have a lot of time to warm up. They're only going to be playing
That would be some next level sort of mind play, giving confidence to tf2easy, make them feel like, oh, they can beat Witness Gaming and really make it into a bloodbath, so they just have to pick up the pieces after. But we don't have to theorize anymore. We're going straight into it. It's our first map. Granary will be it. Witness Gaming versus tf2easy, the old El Clasico being made in the EU land. Take it away, Cerny. What's happening on this mid?
Howdy's mids are going to go double a little bit faster than Nazboy. You're going to cut him off on the high ground, but he's not going to do too much shot damage. Consequently, he's going to get the health back, and it's just going to be a bit of waiting and bombing and all that stuff. Josh is going to go deep, get some nice rockets, but does not get a kill cleanup. It's actually just Witness cleaning up a lot of kills here. They find Silentis on the other side, but it's the only frag they've got. Morale and Seeds are already running away, trying to get out of second here, trying to just live, preserve this Uber somehow, maybe, you know, have a good last hold, and the aggression from Witness is not stopping either. They're already on second. Mid isn't even capped yet. They're trying to maybe send somebody to last. Puppy's very aggressive on that, but there are spawners. They're going to be locking them down here. They're not going to be able to just take last for free at the very least. But very, very dominant coming out of the gates. Puppy in deep already.
Oh, nice pipe coming out from Nazboy there, defending himself. The old 1-2 sort of jumperoo, as they will not find the pick they were looking for. Quite inconsequential, it seems, as they will try and like push out here over on TF2. They get in quite unscathed. It's quite shocking, but they want to weasel out that point, and they just have to give it over here. I thought there would be more resistance here, maybe even an Uber trade.
It's an interesting one. I mean, Witness really just taking it passively there. Maybe they just really decided the positioning wasn't worth it. Also, Josh already running the banner on the battalion.
I like it. I like it.
tf2easy in for the gimmicks right away. You love
it. Keeps that snowball going. It gives them a sort of extra little pump and push and advantage always against them. Obviously, Granary very boxy. You're not going to be jumping around too much. So Josh entering tank mode here. And speaking of tank, he will roll over Pappy.
The frag to pick up there. It's definitely going to stop Witness from being even more aggressive on second. He's going to have to bomb them down. And yeah, I mean, Nubby's even slipping in behind. He's going drop down. And as long as nobody's seen him, which he has been seen, and he's not going to have to fight two scouts, he got one of them at the very least.
That's nice. That's nice. Nice little trade.
Actually, so, you know what? They're actually making some space for themselves here. They've traded out players. They've, you know, gone back and forth. At the end of the day, they're keeping it even. No team really wanted to take any.
I saw the temptation there coming out from TF2easy. They thought like maybe we could make a push out of this, but they need to keep in mind they can always bust it in from the other side for Witness Gaming. So they play very reserved. I like this already. It seems like the habits that they've had in these previous maps are being undone here, from what I can see.
They're taking it a bit more methodically, a bit slower. They're not trying to take too many needless risks, and they're going to have Gassy actually come out on the Pyro. It's his main at the end of the day. He loves to play that class.
Highlander mode activate.
Aggressive hold here with the Pyro on second. I mean, if there's a lunchbox push, it's going to be easy to stunt with the Pyro if they're coming from below.
Plus, it just stops all that spam as well, that pesky spam. And yeah, nobody likes to be on 5 or something.
It makes it screen. Silentis is going to try to jump in, gets a nice couple of rockets, but
that's that Pyro we're talking about, the anti-rocket, the anti-Silentis perhaps here, Cerny.
Just trying to shut down the key player for Witness Gaming. Trying to make a play there. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work out. The Pyro shutdown being good. But now, if you're TF2easy here, you need to make a counterplay. Silentis is already spawned. He's already making his way back. If you want to really, you know, make something happen, go off of this somehow, you got to have your counter stack coming in. Or you're just trying to build both banners. Nabi has also switched to it. So maybe they're just running a double banner. Maybe they're trying to bait out an exchange. That's what the Pyro might be for as well.
Silentis hasn't really pulled out that banner. I think he realizes that they could go back on the backboard in recent times. It's hard for them to kind of generate that banner as well. So just sticks with the gunboats for now, and yeah, I can very much see these banners being a thorn in Witness Gaming's side. Maybe this all plays into the map pick of this TF2easy squad.
Yeah, I mean, they love running the banners, TF2easy, against Witness specifically as well. But the double banner, I think they're at this point basically just waiting for
Puppy going down again.
And there's a bit of exchange, bit of a scrap. Puppy does die again as well, so yeah, they're just desperately waiting for that. Somebody's got to make a play soon, though. I mean, there's 2 minutes left.
This is the nature of Granary. How do you even get into the cooks and crevices? They are so paranoid here over on TF2easy. They're actually checking for spies right now. It's not like they have that luxury of that the class check from the spy class, from the respawn. They have to just feel it in the wind.
A little bit of a scrap there. Navi actually almost dying up. Quite disastrous for them. And actually, just a bit of ground for TF2easy. Witness gaining a bit of lobby here, put some aggression on the point, putting some damage forward as well. Finding Silentis is going to completely stunt that though, TF2easy again.
I wonder here, Cerny, if they will actually, Josh going back, going for a class change perhaps. What is this man cooking?
He's got a banner though, it'd be weird to just throw that away.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. Maybe just getting resupply. I mean, there's not many ammo packs here on this Granary map.
It's not like there's much going on either. You're not missing out from the fight much. You're out for like 5 seconds.
Don't you hate it when you forget your keys at home? Like, oh, God.
left the stove on.
Oh dear. Well, it's all cleaned up now. They're trying to weasel it again. There is a sheepish amount of cap time still left on there, so why not pick up where they left off? But with Ghazi on this Pyro, I wonder if they can almost do this sort of pseudo kind of push out the door. You know those sort of strats you see on Viaduct? And all that. Domo getting a kill on Ghazi. The Pyro down. That enables the soldiers a bit more. They will have to give it up on second. They're looking to kind of push this out, play off the momentum, give them no time to set up here. Sticky's already ready in. Cap time has already been pressed. So, and the Demo Man already pushed out. Banner 1 comes out here for Nubby. That is the first line of defense. No Ubers popped between either of these. That seems like quite a sort of victory for Witness Gaming already, but that's just part 1. They've got 2 more parts to take out of these ults of tf2easy.
There's a lot to go through, but they took that so slowly. It took so long tf2easy to get on the pointer and actually protect it. And it's so much cap time to just leave on the ground. They have to have a dedicated player just standing on that point, setting themselves down, just waiting. Because if they step off that point and a single soldier jumps in, it's capped. And they do not want to risk that, especially when it's such a good position.
Oh, Thomas is in. The rest of the team are following. Solentes is buying his time in the shadows. Ubers have popped off, and there is no banner during all this. Josh did go down. No banner for either squad. So let's see if they can survive the crumbling balls. Mo Alexi will block the point, eventually dealing with that soldier going on. They are trading kind of players, trying to edge the point, and they edge it out. Witness Gaming get their first foothold round.
Just like that, a bit of a rough road, but they get there in the end. At the very least, they get there in the end. They're going to pick up the first round. It took them 7 minutes, so let's see if they can keep this momentum going, or if this is going to be another one where they end the scoreline on like a 2-0. But, you know, at least they win. Either way, next mid, let's see what they want to do, how they want to switch it up here. Nazboy opting for the low ground this time. Domo way faster yet again. But, you know, at least he's not going to be able to cut off the counterpart on the other side as the rest of the teams make their way to mid as well. Bobby going for the high bomb. Fast immediately gets denied, though.
Look at this high ground.
A bit of damage. Ghazi's going to pick up the first kill, so Solentes goes down as well. So
Domo.
Grab some frags here.
Uncharacteristic death, really, to start off our mid, and I like the disengage from Witness Gaming, to be fair. It was almost like a light bulb switch, just changed in the mind, backing out immediately, keeping Mulo alive, respecting tf2easy.
Not wanting to get them, you know, too much going on. And they're actually just going to have to fight here as well. Morale picks up Pappy. They're not ready for this at all. They're actually going to get forced off as well. Seed's in no danger right now to really pop. He might pop to save his soldier, but he doesn't even have to. Navi just now died.
He will die for the cause. He will die for the cause! Thomas! What more do you want? Seed's just watching his boys die one after another. His Uber is worth everything to him.
Well, at least he's kept it. He's, you know, lost a couple of players, but they still got second off the back of it. They're still in control of it as well. Nobody from Witness is really trying to contest. Poppy spamming a few rockets now. There's Domo as well, but that's about it. They've got a still up on Heavy, Ixie up on NG as well. They just took him to hold last year. Thomas is up on the sniper as well, maybe trying to catch somebody out for the push, you know. They don't get flash in the Uber early enough, but it's on tf2easy to make this push happen. They're going to try to do it with the Uber coming in.
The snipe out onto Nazboy, 10 HP on that lad. Will get the last remaining bit part of that Uber. Sentry gun will be cleaned up, but they climb up the point even quicker, pushing them into that corner. No chance of a defense here. tf2easy are back in the game.
Just like that, nobody can even get close to the point. That's how you convert it. It's surgical, it's clinical. Remove that point from the body with this gaming, and they're going to be heading into our third round. We've got a match on our hands.
We've got a match, guys. We have unbelievable proof that these two teams, they can do it. Defenses can be cracked and offenses can be made.
Let's see how this next mid is going to go. Domo again, a bit faster, and again, Nazboy opting for the low ground instead.
Domo,
that's
a big, nice damage.
There's a bomb there as well. Josh in on the other side trying to just clean that up, and again, the soldiers just dying for Witness. Domo almost getting cleaned up by Josh.
He's going to get cleaned up.
Trade with Ghazi instead.
See you later, kiddo.
Unfortunate, and Thomas and Mula are going to have to run away. But at least they lived.
What I'm seeing here is like they like playing this sort of ramp room because it kind of baits in Solentes. Like if you're scared of these soldiers pie in the sky, stay inside, stay in your bunker. And once they get down, they just kind of counter jump them with their own soldiers. I'm liking it. They feel a bit neutered on their mids, which is uncharacteristic for Witness Gaming.
Yeah, I mean, those soldiers, you know, they were hyped up. Solentes were hyped up to be the playmaker, to be the core, the anchor of the team that's supposed to help them. You know, get somewhere here, and he's not really being, like, not as free as he should be. He's not being allowed to have as much freedom as he might want to have right now. And he's not able to get the place he desperately wants to.
Excuse me? Is that the eternal reward in 2022?
I mean, you can disguise now. It's not that bad.
Oh, he's pretending to be a soldier. Oscar-winning performance here for Nubby. Let's see if he can actually take the trophy, claim his prize, or will he get slapped by Will Pappy? That's a Will Smith reference there, certainly.
I get you. You don't have to explain every joke. It's okay. He's gonna try to like actually sneak in here now. They probably don't believe there's a spy. They saw him disguised as a soldier, so surely they're gonna believe that there's still a soldier somewhere, even if they're not getting spammed as much. He's in kind of behind now.
I don't see too much paranoia as well. Just general looking, seeing if anything can happen. But Nubby has got quite a minefield on his hands here. Was that a crossbow towards his direction?
That's scary, but he's like right in the midst of it.
Right.
Nobody's even checked that corner yet. Nobody seems any the wiser. They're starting to get a bit paranoid.
He's weaving in, he's weaving out. Don't touch the lasers, don't touch the lines. Did they bump into him? Did they see? I'm not sure.
Maybe they're too
back in the safety corner.
Maybe there's a bit of aggression on the flank, enough to keep them distracted. He's gonna opt to maybe rotate to the other side here.
Sam Fisher, Splinter Cell, tries to go for the alternative path. Does not like the main meat, will go for the flank.
Could it be a weapon to surpass metal here? We'll have to see. Meanwhile, on the other side, as we wait for Nubby to do anything, the rest of the team kind of have to, buy him some time, buy him some ground, but that might make it too obvious. It's going to be really tough for him to really get through.
Did shimmer for a second there, but he's getting impatient. He just wants to stab on the flank soldier. Oh no, bad news bears. He's trying to pistol. Silentes has his number though. All of that for that.
What a way to waste your time, I suppose. It's a creative way, but I guess he was just buying intel at that point. And now, well, they've basically reset their down a player. Witness could try to counter stack here, try to be a bit more aggressive themselves, but they seem pretty content, just sitting in yard here, just waiting. Now he comes back up on soldier as well, so he's obviously decided that spy was not the way to go. That just did not work out. So now what? Now you're gonna just be sitting here.
Yeah, you can just feel the tension in the video game itself. They have 1 round apiece. They know they can both drop this game, so they're showing a lot of respect. They are gonna go off for only very major victories and only risk very minute details.
Gonna try to bust it maybe through choke here. Josh is gonna bomb a little bit, get a little bit of damage here. Nubby follow up as well. Gets a nice rocket there on.
Oh, Moolah goes down. Moolah does drop the Uber. Unheard of here. That has got to be a disaster zone. Surely they can try and do something here if you're on Witness Gaming, but they're gonna have to cook up quite an ambush here for Seeds. Hiding in corners, sticky traps behind objects, anything they can cook up here. Well, actually, they're going to just defend last instead and just take the fat L.
Just opt for that. And also, like tf2easy, taking their sweet time here. They're really, really careful. They do not want to mess this up at all. Thomas is already up on the sniper, looking for that juicy headshot onto Seeds. Seeds not risking it at all. They finally cap second. They still have that full Uber. They have the time, the money maybe to do this here, but they have to do it right. There's a sentry up on last, there's a heavy, there's a sniper.
Oh,
the Uber does come in. He doesn't get a headshot this time now, so he does actually get to
that's such good. There we go. Now it's finally cleaned up. They tried to lay out some initial damage on it. Some very nice initial stickies, but the cap point again is just ignored and not really addressed here by Witness Gaming. TF2easy all up on their map.
Maybe that's why they picked it.
Maybe that's why they picked it.
Maybe
Witness
Granary.
Gaming, defend your points, sir. It's not old Granary, gentlemen. It's a new map.
Granary seems to be like a little blind spot here for Witness Gaming. We've seen it yesterday against Froyo.
The point is a blind spot for Witness Gaming.
Maybe they just don't realize it's there. Anyway, next mid, tf2easy in the lead with half the map left roughly, so they're looking pretty confident here. Let's see if Witness can finally come back into it a little bit as the mid is underway. Nubby's gonna pick up the first goal on Silentes. Yet again, Silentes is shut down on these mids, not being able to do what he wants. Thomas is looking to clean up morale on the other side. Just causing a bit of havoc on the backlines with Josh. Both of them, actually no, just Josh getting cleaned up as the rest of the team decide to run out. Nubby actually escaping as well. Never mind.
Ooh,
nice
by the Pappy.
He gets to clean up. All right, fair enough. Witness looking a bit better, looking a little solid on that mid, but both medics have their Ubers, so it's not a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, you can see what happens when they leave the little hidey holes. The soldiers have a bit more play, a bit more sense of what they can do in this fight. And I've noticed Witness Gaming, they avoid that floor like it's made out of lava, certainly. Very, very nice way of just controlling that mid-fight.
Yeah, they don't want to be down there at all, but that means he can't get spammed upon by the soldiers. It's so much harder, makes it so much harder for Nubby or Josh to really be super effective. But still almost dying there as well, being very careful. They're trying to spam their way in here, maybe. Gazzy's already up on the MG, trying to build her morale up on the sniper as well. He's dangerous on that class. You gotta be careful with this guy. Gets headshot immediately, but it doesn't get cleaned up just yet. Domo does live for the time being, but he's still peeking. He doesn't respect the sniper enough.
The sentry gun wants to be built, but they keep peppering it down. Solentes goes down. That's got to take the wind out of the sails ever so slightly. And even a body shot onto Tomas as well. No headshot, just the body shot to clean that man up. 2 people down. In the world of TF2 Easy, that's a push.
Yeah, I mean, Witness can't hold this possibly. Maybe they can sneak in a player, try to get onto the med. Surely they're going to be worth it. There's a banner out of
but okay, well, I guess
actually.
safety banner, victory banner, whatever you want to call it. There's even a trophy. I think achievement. Congrats, Nubby.
You got an achievement for it. How nice, how quaint.
Yeah, you capped second. Quite a rare thing for you against Witness Gaming.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, so they're going to secure, second with that. And Ubers are still in play. Josh about halfway to his banner as well. Gazzy just checking as well for any other offense. Tomas gets cleaned up, being a little too aggressive, a little too extended now. Witness gonna be out in yard. They have no choice but to be this far back. They can't really get in. They have to somehow try to open this up, but
well, I can think of 2 reasons. But it's the same reason. It's battalions back up and battalions back up. Again, still rocking it from Josh and Nubby. Maybe the little pocket strat here of just denying those gunboats. Gunboats are out, certainly, and everything else is in.
Do you just like that extra 20 HP? It makes up for it, clearly. Not to mention the utility. It's beautiful. You love.
Plus, you feel useful. You just feel useful during these holds as well. You're like, oh no, we're not stalemating. We're not scared. We're just building banner.
Yeah. That being said, I would love to see something happen anytime soon. I mean, come on. And surely.
Also, another aspect, well, I know players care about this point. Players won't stand in certain points. They won't take spam because they know it's building the banner for the enemy squad. So it makes you play it a bit weirdly, really. It's not a point about can I hold the best, most optimum angle. It's about how can I hold the angle and not give them too much banner.
Yeah, but not giving them too much opportunity to build that thing up as well. Gazzy up on the Pyro again. We've seen this before. We saw this in the first round, but it didn't quite work that well for them. Let's see if it works better.
They're going around the corner. They want to start taking. They take out the Pappy. Can they follow up? They don't want to go outside and risk any more. They're just more than content about delaying the squad here. Keep in mind, Cerny, you've got that round reset here in Euroland.
There's those 3 minutes. I mean, it's possible to last 3 minutes, and I mean, if you don't want to push out, if you really just want to reset for a mid-fight, which has been working well for TF2 Easy, they are in the lead at the end of the day. It certainly suits them just as well. But they have that second banner almost ready. Josh is just needing a little bit more damage.
Look at the drive-by capping. Drive-bys and just running around. Spam wars here. Nobody really farming the wall damage. Getting some cap point here and there. Despite losing players every now and then, they are taking a bit of beating. Tomas will actually go down to set beating. But when have they got to give? They have got Josh with a full banner at the moment. He has to go back. I think he's actually run out of rockets. Nobody dies for the cause. Nasboy's gone down, and that's the second point given up. There's no defense ready for this last point. Seeds has an Uber, but he's going to have to pop it if they want to block this point. They pop off a banner instead. They use an Uber charge over on Witness Gaming. They're getting in the face of this banner. They can't kill them. They're just so tanky. They take the full brunt of it. Safety Uber will be popped. The flank comes in, gets decimated by said Uber.
And just like that, they've stunned the push. That banner absolutely saving the butts of TF2 Easy there. Without that, they would have easily been mulched. But the fight is not yet concluded. Domo gets a little kill there onto Josh. Does a lot of damage there on that boy as well. He gets cleaned up. And they're still in this fight. They're not giving up the second at all. They are still in control of it, and they want to try another time. They have another attempt here at last. They've got 3 players in already. Nabi's doing a lot, though. Managed to take down Domo. He's out of the fight. Thomas is in deep, tries to go in the heavy. He doesn't get that kill either. And Poppy gets taken care of as well. So now, finally, the last push has been stunted, but can TF2 Easy push out of it? Probably. They only have 3 opponents.
I mean, that kind of push seems a bit disrespectful here. Do you really think you're going to out-skirmish, out-DM, and just fight your way through that with limited numbers? Respawners coming up, heavy weapons guy, just uncalculated, I feel, for Witness Gaming.
Well, they desperately tried. They lose second for it, and now they're going to have to fight over it again. Both teams having Ubers as well.
Nobody's watching him. He's got some nice rockets to start off.
He's been spotted though. Nobody's aware now. He can't just waltz in for free. He's going to have to work for that flank. And unfortunately, that's going to slow his game.
Oh, an Uber
trade.
Uber.
And I mean, Seeds
they've got a Pyro though. How do they have to get into the face of this Uber charge?
They don't.
Yeah, they just give it up, but they could just Uber back in.
They can exactly do that if they wish so. They're going to have to beef up the point here if they don't
can
get
Uber
on
back
it soon.
They can Uber back in any second now. I guess they're holding on to it, but I don't know. I feel like when they're trying to back out there, maybe they're a bit worried about overextending past that sort of shutter wide. It does seem like very much like a bait play as well. So if they could just keep delaying things, but an overcharge doesn't come around much nowadays, especially if you lose Nasboy like that. And here's the Uber charge now. They will finally go with it, but they are lacking a demo man on their squad. Hard to really chase or lock down any of these doors in this. That's why things have gotten so chaotic. The flankers come in. They have capped off the point now, but when the dust settles, they've got a medic, and, well, they want to still keep pushing with it. It's a bit greedy. Pappy wants more. He wants the world. He gets a single Uber. It's 2011. We Uber soldiers now. Sword him down. Slay the beast. They go. They're still fighting it. Respawners are starting to come in for TF2 Easy. Thomas is dodging so much damage. They're cheekily getting the point. They somehow get this. 2-2 to Witness.
We have an absolute game on our hands here. This is the first time TF2 Easy has taken 2 rounds against Witness, tied it up as well, and there's not that much time left, so this could be the final round already for this map. Unless we want to go into a golden cap, that's going to be up to the teams, obviously, however quickly they approach it. But Witness is still in for it. They do not want to give this up yet either, and they're going to give us a fight here as we're heading into our 5th mid. Seeing how this one's going to go. Let's see.
Nasboy giving some love taps to the scouts at the start there. Let's see if it comes into play. Josh going high into the sky. Target acquired, trying to get these scouts. They're very injured, not really practical to be used, and because of that, the soldiers get to do what they want. They play into it. They even neutralize the counter-offensive from Witness Gaming here. A rare mid-fight win for TF2 Easy.
Just absolutely devastating. Witness, they're only killing 1 player. And, I mean, Thomas stays alive, I guess, so they
Secret
didn't
Agent
wipe.
Thomas.
He is still behind. He might be able to...
Oh, he's going to kill this scout. It's going to delay their mid-push.
Gazzy can win these.
The second
push.
Oh, health pack taken. Oh,
never
Gazzy!
mind.
Who needs a health pack? Get out of my service, says Gazzy.
He's just superior. He's just it's a simple skill difference, a simple skill issue. He wins those fights. A bit slow, buys a bit of time for Witness here on the side of Thomas, but at the end of the day, it's not going to be that much because TF2 are still knocking on last. You still have nowhere near your own Uber. Seeds is going to use his in on the left side immediately. Sentry not quite taken down yet. Finally gets taken down, though. They're going to try to start with these remaining players. Heavy's very low already. They're going to just nuke down everybody, but they're losing players left, right, and center as well. It's back and forth. It's only 2 players on either side, but the health is so much better for Witness. It's only Navi left, and he's just running for his life.
Is he running for his life? He's just shooting some pre-rockets. 31 HP, chased out. Thomas has his card, and he has the point.
Couldn't get away with the Gazzy kill, but he's there to save the last hold in the end. And that was good enough. They managed to retake second. Could have almost been a disaster for Witness, but they cling on with a nice little hold. Now they're going to have to try and get out
holding yard. They want to actually hold on to this. They don't want to hold yard, want to take yard. And they it's a bit of a trading back and forth, and awkward lines are drawn. It's a grey mismatch of fighting and unknown quantities. There's a pyro in the mix. Who on earth thought that was a good idea?
Gazzy just running into the fight on the floor. Pyro Navi's still in though, just gonna jump behind.
The back cap with the pain train.
He's gonna try to cap with the pain train, pulling back some players at the very least.
He is bringing back players, and he will go down for the cause. Delays things maybe a mere second. If they can come back into mid, maybe this might work out. And I think they are doing that.
Ixie couldn't quite commit to the cap. He wanted to rotate to high ground instead, but it doesn't look like anybody on the side of TF2 Easy is actually gonna commit anything further than that. They're just gonna stay in yard. They're gonna, count their cards, live with what they've got, and try again next time. Again, they have a bit of an Uber advantage with this side here as well. So TF2 Easy, they have to be careful.
They have an Uber charge though. They want to get forward. They're taking that long left hand push around. They don't want to push from below though. They want to push from top. They pop very early. I guess they're just getting so rushed here. Mulu gets in before the danger is cleared, and now this Uber charge made useless here.
Yeah.
Oh no, Domo goes down.
Not only did the Uber do nothing, now you've lost your demo as well. You have no chance of halting this push whatsoever. Gazzy's just aggressive on the engineer as well. He built a sentry on forward spawn and finally gets taken down before he dies as well. But it's gonna be enough for them to retake second. Domo's still down as well, so they're going to have a very hard time trying to get back into this here.
Because they have an Uber charge, they have to be careful here about the positions of Mula. If they get on top of him here, it will be disastrous for Witness Gaming.
Witness have a very bad situation at their hands here. They have to be...
They should know. They should know that they have this advantage.
They have to be so careful. They're very far back on yard already. They are aware. They have Papi in as like the only player forward, trying to maybe, spam somebody out or catch somebody out. Okay, maybe they've realized they've given a bit of ground. Now that Mula has his Uber, suddenly They've just let that fade away on tf2easy. They don't want to take any risks. They still have Gazi up on that Pyro. He's so committed to that class, but it's been doing okay for them so far.
I like it out here. I like it at this spot of the game. It very much deals with all the Salente sort of shenanigans that kick in. They can almost use it as a force way through that doorway if they want to kind of force things out. And it's just an anti-spam and anti-sort of Uber. It is very good in this spot. And it's not like you're going to be moving about much. Here comes the Uber now. Where is our Pyro? There is not here. He's going to have to instead just pop the Uber counter over on tf2easy. They don't want to overextend though. They instead claim the easy kills and back off. Just play the clock, it seems. Play for the reset. That's still on the table.
I mean, these teams could easily try to take this to Golden Cap as well at this point. They're so evenly matched. Nobody really wants to take any risks. They know what is at stake here, and they know that maybe Witness know they've been playing a bit worse than usual. tf2easy know they've been playing better. They don't want to give it up, and there's a bit of aggression out of tf2easy trying to bust yard on the other side.
Josh is going for the easy kills, the ones, the overextensions, picking them off one by one. Numbers are dropping. Oh, numbers are dropping here, Cerny. They're still going with it, Cerny. Where's that medic, Cerny?
It gets out. Muller runs away for now. He gets to escape with Thomas, but that's a dangerous situation, man. You got that soldier running you down the entire way, and you somehow still manage to escape. Hold on to your Uber, but they've slowed them down so much.
Flustered. They look flustered on Witness game, and it's like, good God, what have tf2easy? What have they been eating the Weetabix?
They've been drinking their gamer fuels. I don't know what's been going on, but they're activated. This is not the same tf2easy that Witness have been fighting for the past 2 days.
tf2easy, just a different breed right now.
Unbelievable.
But this is the sort of step up that we have been calling for. Kader said it on the panel and said he wants Gazi a bit more activated, and he actually does feel a bit more activated in this game. He's playing into his strengths, he's thinking outside the box, and he's fucking three-shotting people that pick up health packs in a Scout 1v1.
Unbelievable. It's that hardware upgrade, man. That hardware upgrade seems to have done wonders for this guy, and he is going to continue trying to play that Pyro for the time being. I mean, tf2easy, it's the ball's in their court, right? They have about 4 minutes left in total, 2 minutes in the round, right? Or other way around. Either way, 2 minutes left.
Yeah, it's a 4-minute round time, a 2 minutes serve time.
You know, it's not a lot. You can
no
take
more
this,
round resets.
Yeah,
no more round resets. This is what you get in Twitch chat.
You can take this to the Golden Cap if you desperately desire, and neither team really doesn't want to make any mistakes.
They've been quite 50-50 on these mids as well, so yeah. I don't sure who will feel like the stronger team going into this sort of mid-fight season again, but I don't know. Well, question marks to be answered.
It's such a toss-up. Again, nobody wants to take any risk. They're so careful. Nobody's even peeking.
It is life or death, pretty much, for this tournament aspirations. No more safety nets now. If they can close it out on this map, and I don't think you want to play tf2easy on Sunshine, because I feel like they'll have something cooked up for that one kind of wild card move that Witness Gaming have on there.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough one. Again, tf2easy playing around the banners. Navi has it ready, so that might be what they were waiting for.
They forgot what a banner is. They haven't run any banners right now, unless it's the last point. This team does not want to run a banner.
They don't care about them. The soldiers need the gunboats. Josh, it's a nice
Josh is in.
Mueller's in.
Mueller's used, and Domo went down during us as well. Bad news bears, finally a save has been made. Gazi will go down. They overextend ever so slightly. They are committing, doubling down here. Meals on wheels for tf2easy. Knock, knock, Witness Gaming. Well fed as they are chasing this medic. He's taken the Uber out, the Uber taxi of Moralexi all the way out, and they will settle for the midpoint instead on Witness.
The banner just not managing to be good enough there. Everybody getting mulched down before it really activates, so Navi just gets killed as well.
Gazi's just W'ing in.
Okay, he just holds Navi. He's just behind the combo. Gets out to Mula. One more shot. Gets cleaned up by Navi.
He will go down, but he finds his target. And they keep going with it. They're like, they've lost some frags. What have they got left to lose now? So they're seeing if they can pepper them down. Ixie is holding the line. Their line back behind them. You can't get out.
You're not getting away from here. It's only 3 players on last, but
they don't have a medic, and they're still pushing them to last.
They have a safety Uber though. Surely Seeds is just gonna Maybe Dan doesn't want to.
Celentes is still in!
Just use here. Yeah, he's going to have to use to block this point. And the aggression by the soldiers is just good enough to bully them out. Pappy finally gets cleaned up. Celentes is also dead. It's only Thomas and Mullah, so there's no way they're getting this. Unless Thomas
can still get second about this.
Surely not.
Thomas walking in.
Okay.
Alright. They would have expected that. I don't know what Mullah's doing. I don't know what continent he's trying to think. Oh, it's a stalemate. That makes more sense. Well, I got so caught up in it. So caught up in this whole thing. I didn't even look at the timer.
We're going to a golden cap.
Whew. All right. Analysts, are you ready? 2 seconds, I'm told. Okay. Initial reactions, initial kind of worries and woes about that map there, Cerny?
tf2easy coming out swinging.
Mate, Gazzy coming out swinging, all this stuff.
Activated.
Cadus, just say more prolific things. What else could happen in this game?
It's that hardware upgrade,
the man's a prophet.
It's that hardware upgrade. It's incredible that somehow that is doing it
I mean, you throw the man one Bevan like monitor, he turns into Bevan from 2008.
He's activated. He's becoming the LAN MVP on his first LAN.
All right, we're bigging up the ball. We need to calm down now. Calm down.
How many more good things can we say about one guy?
Oh my God, and never has an ego been stroked so much. But, all right, so we're going into a gold cap. A lot of implications here. A lot of sort of shenanigans can play out. You can bring out a bit more of the gimmicks. You can maybe do bits and bobs like that. But we don't need to theorize this stuff. We've got a crack team of experts over on the analyst desk that will show us what they could be thinking.
A very close 2-2 on Granary here. Witness Gaming. They really want to make it that final, but TF2easy are quite hard.
Yeah, tf2easy have shown up in a much, much bigger way today so far. I mean, 2-2, okay, it's still both teams in the game, but tf2easy have looked the more comfortable of the two teams. Their individuals, as a collective, have stepped up a lot more, and that's allowed them to get some flow going. Okay, they didn't win the first mid, but from everything after the first mid is exactly what I said. If I could change one thing for tf2easy, it would be win some mids, get some clean rounds. They did exactly that in round number 2. That got them going, that got them flowing. Okay, they had these kind of gimmicky plays holding their second with the Pyro. It didn't really work out. I like the idea, but I don't think it was a poor execution, and Witness dealt with that fairly well. But tf2easy were just comfortable pushing last when they found the chance. For some reason, I couldn't quite catch it, but for some reason, Witness were not able to ever just stop the cap. The rest of their hold, as they planned it, it was going fairly well, but for some reason, no one was available just to stall the cap for a few seconds, and yeah, just tf2easy are here to play today, and that's just good for TF2. That's just good for the LAN in general.
It's good for the excitement of the LAN. I think one thing I did notice a lot is I felt, especially on the mid-fights, Domo was struggling quite a bit. There was a few mid-fights where he just got caught out immediately.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, it's a weird one. I can say two things. One, I think he just got caught out by some kind of surprise play. I didn't quite catch what it was just because I was transitioning from desk elsewhere, and I just kind of missed exactly where it was because I had a weird camera angle. But there was these lower left mids from ramp. Domo doesn't look comfortable when they come there. He doesn't quite know what to focus. He focuses top, but the only people coming out of top is Josh, who typically is just bombing somewhere fairly safe and not actually that critical to the fight. Meanwhile, Domo's soldiers are going in, and I feel like Domo in these situations, he gets lost. He doesn't know where to put his attention. In my opinion, he should put his attention mainly on ramp and actually like deny these guys coming out of ramp, because they're playing quite slow from ramp, tf2easy, when they play there. But Domo is just looking a little bit lost, and then he gets himself into weird positions, and then he's able to be picked off. He had some okay moments rest of the game, but yeah, I think this turnaround in form for tf2easy, them looking very, very competitive. Of course, this is not over yet. This is still map number 1, but yeah, this turnaround in form for tf2easy, I think it all comes off the back of them just getting this steamroll off a round in round number 2. Yeah, it's just I can't understate enough. And one other thing is the Moolah drop as well. Like the Moolah drop is like I don't think I've seen this kind of incident, this LAN, at least not in the high stakes games this far. Just a sack play into a med drop. Like I didn't actually see. Did you see who actually dropped him?
I think it was a Nubby jumping in and doing a lot of damage, and then also follow up with the scouts. But we are being told to throw it back to the casters. So Golden Cap coming up. TurboTab's Cerny. Hello?
Hello. I think I can answer your question, sir. I think it was a Nubby splash rocket that got caught out thing. It was really weird as well. Maybe it must have been right on the edge.
Yeah.
You don't really see too many of them now. It's usually those like sort of direct hits.
Yeah. They just love shooting directly at center of mass.
Yeah, well, it looks like we're probably going to get ready somewhat soon. I think everyone's just having a quick cigarette, going through exact things. I bet Josh is literally moving little figurines like, you stand here, you move here, you go here, and all that. And Pappy's like, hey guys, you just do what you want. Hey.
just have a good time.
Yeah, just have a cracking time. But this is the map pick for TF2easy. It's very much in the sideline for them to try and win this out here, Cerny. But I don't know, stranger things have happened. What do you think do you think TF2easy need this momentum in their thing? Do they need this victory to kind of keep the emotions going? Or do you think they could take a Golden Cap L and go into, brush it off?
I mean, if they can take a map off of Witness now, that's huge for them. Because they've been struggling all weekend.
They haven't taken a single map off them so far. They barely took rounds.
Exactly. Like, if they can take a map off of Witness, that's so huge for them. That would be so much momentum, probably, that they can try to roll to the second map, even if it's not their
plus,
pick.
I don't know, maybe those sort of nerves, that sort of pressure, and like these sort of players on the Witness squad, you can feel it tightening. You can almost be like... choke, maybe, perhaps.
Perhaps. They've been prone to doing that occasionally. They can choke sometimes.
Yep.
You never know. They've
choked a few times at LAN so far. They have dropped maps that are pretty winnable for them.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, what is another choking moment to this team? But usually that's just because they have high standards. It's like, oh, we didn't win super efficiently.
They're supposed to be the best,
but like,
right?
this is one of the chokes that will kill you. not one of them fun chokes.
Oh well. But,
okay,
I mean,
still
that
waiting.
would be huge. Definitely.
Still waiting on our Golden Cap. Still more cigarettes to be had. Still more bathroom breaks to be think. They must be going one at a time. Only one bathroom key here, Cerny. So if you had to take a prediction, if you had to take, go with your head or your heart, who is going to win out on this first map?
It's TF2easy's pick, and they've been doing a lot better than the past couple of days. There's a very good chance that they can take it. I want to root for them. I believe they can do it. Even if they don't take the second map after, the Cider is still a good chance for them.
Ladies
and we have gotten started, so let's see.
Started our Witness Gaming Map 1 Golden Cap versus TF2easy. I'm TurboTabs and I'm with Cerny. We're a pleasure to bring you this Insomnia lower bracket final match map decider in this Granary map.
Anyway,
already. What's happening?
It's underway. The mid is underway, and there's some salty stuff on the place. Poppy's gonna get the first push onto Josh, and finally, for once, Witness gets some kills on the mid for the first time. Morale dies as well. Everybody else is getting pressured out immediately.
Happy.
Oh,
what kind of man?
He lives barely.
Oh my god, the turnaround, the 180. What just happened? I blinked and it just went the other way. I'm living in a multiverse and it just transitioned over.
Nothing has Mula as well. Who was a tail end there? He dies so late. There's just two scouts left. They find Nubby, but they have to get onto seeds here if they want to salvage this. Otherwise, they're already in such a bad position for trying to get hold last year as well. Thomas is very far in behind.
You need to cap midpoint before you can start back capping, sir.
But he's maybe just trying to look for something cheeky here. Mula comes back up. Seeds has that.
Playing the longest game of your lifetime here, Thomas. I think he's waiting for the ×2 cap on mid, but everyone's having a picnic over on TF2easy. No man left behind. And yeah, maybe he wants to go for an easy kill on these drop-down players.
Maybe he can just catch somebody off guard. They don't seem to be aware he's behind. They're not checking for him at all.
I mean, they're kind of
well, now they'll know because he's fighting Nubby and he's just moving forward. They're just going to pressure the point because they know there's a player behind. They're missing a player in the fight. Morale has died, though, so that equalizes it for the time being. And they're going to have to be a bit more careful to and now the backpack is coming in. He's going to pull his players back.
They have to send someone back. They have to send somebody back, probably even 2 players back. Is that Stark? Has Stark entered the server? Really annoying gameplay. Josh, his fault is these days we're behind him, but it's come back rearing its head in on this Granary map.
And they're both looking for Morale and Josh both now, just trying to maybe take care of this little pest.
Still running away.
This little pest behind them. Unbelievable. It's buying so much time for Witness here. The time they need to set up as well. He's just chilling. He's just being a nuisance.
They're gonna have to hide somebody on mid and then just have him take the thing, but they have to dedicate 2 players to this. So you can see the defensive posture of them holding yard on this TF2easy map, but they're just playing the very, very longest con games of each other's lives. What happens when an immovable object meets an annoying Thomas here, Cerny?
He's being a little mosquito. He's just, you know, flying around your head. You can't really squat him. He's so far away. He's just harassing you. They're sending in 2 scouts now. Morale and Gazi have been called to snuff out this pest.
Hunter down, and the thing is,
they've
seen him. He doesn't see them. He takes a bobble to the face. I hate Christmas. Thomas will die.
Almost, you could have had a chance to kill one of them, but he did not end up doing it. Finally, that little problem.
I'm surprised they're not pushing from Witness Gaming. Yeah. They're like, they know that 2 scouts are out of there, but I guess really playing it safe over Witness Gaming. What more do you want, sir?
Oh. They're going to let Nubby jump in as well, do a bit of damage to their combo, but ultimately nothing comes of it. Now, they're going to have to try and make something happen, though. Solentes is very far forward here on the lunchbox. Nobody there to contest him at all. Again, all of tf2easy just chilling in yard on the left side, you know, from the defender's perspective anyway. Just chilling there, just spamming the shutter, having a good time, not really making much of an attempt to push themselves just yet. Maybe waiting for Nubby to build that banner as he comes back up. But Papi, for the first time, a soldier on Witness Gaming is running a battalion. Come on.
He's actually learned, he's looked back at the action replay, and these battalions backup's pretty good, my man. Oh, almost gets a free kill in Z, but fortune favours the Nubby.
Just barely. That would have been crucial as well, because Nubby's the other one running the banner on the other side. Just slow that down even more. I've been building a lot of banner here already. He's up to 40% almost, and making some progress here. Gazi gets picked up on the flank. Sil is going to grab that kill. It's going to make it a bit easier for Witness here to maybe try and hold this. And Sil lives as well, obviously.
I guess
back out here.
I guess certainly we're going to a map reset.
Perhaps.
Calm down, a round reset over on, could you imagine?
Oh my lord.
But yeah, it looks like they want to go for another mid-fight, it seems. So this is quite the Witness playbook. They do like not throwing out the risk, going to another sort of mid-fight here, trusting in the fact that the mid-fights are strong. And that Golden Cap mid-fight was pretty strong.
They did okay. They just have to try and convert the rest of the round as well. And so far, they've been struggling. Gazi up on the Pyro again, trying to push into second here. They love running that Gazi Pyro. He's been doing a lot of work. I mean, he's just clearing out the stickies. That's what he would be doing as Scout anyway, so it's not like he's being any less useful right now. He's air blasting those projectiles, getting them away from the combo, not allowing Papi to build that banner either. And I just ever so slightly slowly. He's finally got it up. He's finally got it ready. Is he going to use it? When is he going to use it? Are they going to use it before the Ubers, after? Who knows? As it stands, there's a minute left in the round, and if you want to not go for a round reset here, you got to cap this point soon. Otherwise, we're looking at another mid-fight in this Golden Cap, because these teams are so closely matched.
I am very much liking the Witness pressure compared to the TF2easy pressure on the map. On the other side of things, they were much more able to kind of weasel out that second point, but TF2easy, for whatever reason, really struggles to find that. They actually commit in with the Uber and said, you're just going to back out here. It's going to be hard for them to pop. They pop very safely on Moodler to kind of make sure and ensure that it doesn't go out. They get tanky though. They play with the battalion's backup. It does make this Uber almost softly nerfed here, and there's a lot of damage. Domo is just thinking, I'll go through all armor, all damage will be dished. Despite that, Nasboy, only person that can do something, tries to throw the pipes, can't quite miss it.
Incredibly done. They just had the later Uber, the later banner, managed to kite it just well enough, and then just nuke down the players when they're all bunched up. Even with the banner, it's not enough to just stop all that damage output from 3 players. And just like that, Witness take back control of the game for now. They managed to take mid here. They managed to have a better Uber ad as well to work with. Papi still on the banner.
Excuse me.
Gazi with the forward spawn snipe. This guy, he's a visionary.
That's pretty funny.
He's a visionary. He's got these strategies that he comes up with. He builds a level 2 in a forward spawn and then just back spawns.
Mate, if somebody actually jumps into that would be hilarious.
It might very well happen. Nope, they're on the other side. Never mind.
I mean, well, it's going to play absolutely 0 get a point into the game. They're already going through Lunchbox, pushing through, going through this top area. Well, actually, Papi knocks himself down, embarrassing. Domo goes down, even more embarrassing. They're trying to cap the point in front of a Domo. Maximum embarrassment.
It's not going to happen. They get a little bit of cap time, half the point capped, but there's going to be TF2easy players denying anything further from happening. And they're going to actually push these players out of Lunchbox as well. Gazi cleans up that kill, and Solentes nicely done with
that. Use this scout picked off as well. They're playing on this right side still. Where are the rest of the troops in all this?
Where's the rest of Witness? What are they doing?
An Uber's popped. I guess that was Mulo. Someone took a pipe. Someone took some damage. They're trying to get on top of it. They're being bounced around. Doesn't quite get the siege kill. Will eventually pop now. Great timing. Ixie was behind, and they hold, but they don't push.
They hold and they can't push because they do lose their Uber. Slightly better now for Mullah. It's nothing to write home about, but it is another opportunity for Witness to actually stay in this fight. Without that Uber going off, they would have had no chance here, but now they actually have an opportunity. Gazzy just gets knocked in, and suddenly 2 kills fall in the favor of tf2easy.
He's gone down again.
Yeah.
Oh, the Scouts going to have to be left behind, so I wonder if they keep chasing here over on tf2easy. There's not many ways for this medic to get out. I think he links up back up with a Scout now. Beep out of the way, we're getting that medic. Oh, there was a Scout that got in between, actually decides to nip back instead. That was dangerous gameplay. And Mula went, oh wait, Mula went down.
He died. Nabi just like jumped in and killed him.
Oh, well, okay, well, embarrassing.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think if you Witness, you're kind of sweating it now.
Oh my god, yeah, they've got an Uber charge on tf2easy. They've got the mid-cap.
Come on, Thomas.
Oh, Thomas can't quite get it. He wants to go for another shot, redemption shot, and he won't even see a target. They've quit the game, it seems, of that side of the map.
They've gone to your side. The Gazzy Pyro, they've been running it this like permanently.
It's just throwing a wrench in their works. They're not used to playing with this Pyro. It's just that old grand final all over again.
Unbelievable. tf2easy again having a prime opportunity to push last. No,
they've
on the other side.
Last boy on top of the sentry gun. Sentry gun cleaned up. Already laying down damage on this heavy weapons guy. He's been killed. The medic's been taken out. There's only the bare bones shooting people of Ball Witness Gaming
as well.
Actually get peppered. They actually get it. They get the map. They get the golden. They get a chance at this grand final.
It's just that shrimple. It's just that simple.
Well, they're in. They're in. They have
just
a chance.
Like
the hope, the glint of hope, and the season of doubt here for Witness Gaming here, Cerny.
Are Witness falling off? Are tf2easy stepping up?
Maybe. I don't know. Okay, Copium, right. It was their map pick. It was their map pick. Destined. They've got a pretty good sunshine hold over there when we see that map later. If we see that map later.
If we can see it.
But I don't know. Maybe we should send it over to the smart people, the people over there that probably soaked in a bit more of that golden cap than we did. How's it going, boys?
After 10 whole maps of gameplay between Witness Gaming and tf2easy, tf2easy finally take a map of Witness Gaming in that golden cap on Granary. Cadus, your first thoughts?
I'm happy to see it. Like, I know that I'm obviously in the Witness camp overall, but I think tf2easy have been a force over the past year, however long, and for them to go on this streak and finally break the curse and get a map and actually give a really, really good showing, I think I'm really happy for those guys. Don't get me wrong, I'm still in the Witness camp, and I'm going to be having stern words with the boys if they can make it through the series. But yeah, that was a really great performance from tf2easy. I feel like Witness will be kicking themselves a little bit because in the golden cap, that mid fight, they've been struggling on the mids overall. They had a really great mid fight in the golden cap, but they just overchased into yard, fed really badly. The round looked like it was probably lost there and then, but Thomas managed to do the salvage play by going behind. But then, I don't know, just flubs. Flubs happened. Flubs happened around tf2easy CP2 when they could finally get there. Domo and his combo lingering too long. tf2easy spawn wave coming in. They get wiped and they just get pushed all the way back. But oh boy, tf2easy are here to play, and Witness look shaky.
They look shaky, but honestly, they're playing against Gazzy basically playing Perma-Pyro, which is, I don't think they'll have much of any experience with this Flank Scout just going Pyro the whole game. What do you do now as Witness Gaming? You've never lost to this team before, and now you've dropped a map. You're expecting to go through to the final, and suddenly this massive wrench has been thrown into your tournament run. What do you do now to try and recalibrate?
Well, I think there's two things to keep in mind. One, when they were winning mids, when they were having these CP2 stalemates, the Pyro and the double banner strat was brought out on CP2, but Witness actually managed to deal with that. I think the Pyro double banner strat on CP2 Granary was actually it's actually, in my opinion, the best counter to a very, very powerful attacking option, which is just the basic trade. But, okay, tf2easy had all of the right ideas, but not really the right coordination, so Witness were able to power through that. It was when they were on the back foot that Witness really, really struggled to deal with it, so I feel like almost the best counter to it, if they're not able to just deal with it directly, something I could throw out there is running a heavy in certain situations just to neutralize that reflect ability and actually have something to directly hard counter the Pyro. But the best solution for Witness is actually just to get back on track, win mids, and be in commanding scenarios, because it's when they're out of control where the pyro really starts to have its impact. Witness get a little bit flustered. They're not in their own game at that moment. But like I said, this game was the exception for all the maps we've seen of them so far this LAN. This was the exception in that TF2easy won the vast majority of the mids in commanding fashion. But yeah, if that happens again, to be honest, I don't think the other maps play into the pyro quite as much. You don't have these same kind of chokes that enable the pyros to have as much impact, but there's still room for that. There is still room for that, and I know that TF2easy do have plans for that on Process as well.
So speaking of Process, it is going to be our map number 2. You mentioned it a little bit already. The pyro maybe not as effective. What else? What other gimmicks do you run on a map like Process?
See, I feel like unless TF2easy have come up with something new, I'm not sure if they have other gimmicks like in their back pocket at the moment. Okay, maybe we're going to see some like man-tread sacks into CP2 if we're in mid-second stalemates, but we saw a game of Process yesterday, and it was between these guys, and it was a bit of a drudgy game, but a big takeaway from that game was that Witness were the far superior team on mids. So for TF2easy to get into these scenarios where they can start trying to use gimmicks like man-treads, etc., to make plays, they're going to have to, once again, as we saw on Granary, have good mids. Just to circle back ever so briefly to Granary, it was these lower left ramp mids that were a change for Witness, or for a change for TF2easy that Witness did not see coming. They were played slightly differently. We talked about it briefly. I'm not sure if there's a similar change that they could make on Process. Maybe there is. Maybe we're going to see something on Process to change the flow of things. But everything I've seen, scrims, matches, like online matches, offline matches, suggest that Witness, if they're on their game, they should be able to win these mid fights. And yeah, TF2easy are going to have to bring out something similar to this ramp room mid approach, where it's like something Witness are not good at dealing with, something they're not used to dealing with, if they're going to be able to get into these similar commanding positions. But yeah, that they'll be feeling so much more confident now. So much more confident. I cannot state enough the confidence that will do for them. And Witness are one map away from elimination.
They are. And I mean, honestly, Witness Gaming, they must be feeling a little bit shocked right now. They've not lost to this team ever. Now they finally dropped a map to them on a map where, honestly, it feels like, at least when they picked it against Froyo, it feels like, honestly, they probably felt pretty comfortable on this map going into it. I sort of wonder now, this is where you sort of see what Witness Gaming are made of, right? This is the moment where unfortunately, as harsh as it sounds, if they're good enough, they can adapt, right? This is what separates the championship teams. We would expect a team like Froyo to be able to bounce back like this. If they want to match Froyo, they need to have the same mental resistance to come back on map number 2. What do you say to these players now? Obviously, you have some experience leading a team yourself. What would you say to these guys?
It's interesting you mentioned the experience, because I actually have almost a like-for-like experience. The last time we were here at iSeries, I-65, lower bracket final, it was 7 versus then called Faint Gaming, but it was the core of Witness Gaming. It was Pappy, it was Tomas, it was Domo. It wasn't Domo, but forget that for the moment. It was the main core of this team, and we went down to the first map. We lost the map, and then we were going into Process as map 2, and Process was a map that notoriously we just kind of went back and forth on. And I took the boys outside after losing map 1. I said, guys, I essentially said, guys, like, this is not us. This is not us. Like, we're not playing our own game at the moment. I know that's like a massive trope, but here I feel like it does actually apply. I feel like Witness look out of their element. They don't look comfortable, not just because TF2easy are playing better. TF2easy are playing much better, and I want to give the credit to TF2easy. There was big performances from them, but for Witness to pick themselves back up, they just have to shake this off, accept it, swallow that, like take the L literally, and realize that it's a new game. Everything they've done to get to this point still applies, and this should just be a blip on the radar for them. But they have to just be accepting of the fact that, okay, we have beat TF2easy all the time in the past. It was quite comfortable in the past, but TF2easy are a good team. It's not the end of the world that you lose a map to them. There's nothing to be ashamed of there. They just have to remember that, and literally, it's the biggest trope on earth, but they have to just reacclimatize, kind of reset their mental and be confident in themselves, because, okay, that process game yesterday was incredibly, incredibly sloppy, but it was also fairly comfortable for Witness. They picked it again today. They have a lot more to show for themselves on process than we saw yesterday. So yeah, I don't know exactly what they're doing. I don't have the luxury of seeing what their kind of between map routine is. But yeah, I hope that they're getting off their PCs, having an actual conversation, not like a headphone conversation, eye to eye contact, Pappy or Sil, giving the boys a talking to, and just mental. It's all come down to mental at this point, because I still believe that Witness process should be their map. Process should be their map, objectively, but mental game is such a big part of it, and that is something we've seen Witness struggle with against Froyotech. They've struggled to close out games. We saw them struggle to close out this game. Okay, they were probably outplayed for large portions of this game, but the Golden Cap, as I said before, they could have taken. They had the situation and they flubbed it. So their mental game starts to come into question at this point. So I think that, yeah, they need a pep talk. They need a rousing pep talk, man.
So now you are TF2easy here. You're one map one. What's Josh saying to the boys? How'd you rally that momentum?
It's interesting. I think Josh will just want more of the same. Like, this is the first map I've seen of this team at LAN where they have looked in flow. Like, it comes off the back of some decent individual performances. Nubby having a lot more impact this game. Like Josh, Gazzy, honestly, pretty much everyone on the team having better individual performances against the top caliber teams. But what that does is it has a knock-on effect. It has a knock-on effect. It's not just players having impact. It's players having impact, and that's giving confidence to their teammates. So one player does a good play or gets a frag, gets some kind of opening kill. The other players feel more inclined to go forward. They have more faith that there's going to be more frags to come, and that just gets them in a state of flow where they're actually willing to commit and they have confidence in their commits. Josh will want more of the same, but there will have probably been some prep on process. They probably will have gone away, looked. So it'll be a combination of, you know, keep the vibes going exactly as they were, keep the confidence, because they're playing a lot better, but maybe they have some tricks up their sleeve.
It's interesting, right? Because Process is one of those maps that you have played, everyone that has played competitive TF2 has played a million times. And honestly, it feels like the meta is kind of stale on it. Like, it's kind of the same things being run over and over and over again. If you are going into this map expecting something different, what could that look like? If you were to sort of try to theory craft, what would you try to change up from sort of the standard Process playbook?
It's hard, because as you say, it's such an established map. This is kind of why typically it's not really anyone's pick, or at least not their main pick. Normally it's like a third map, because everyone's happy to play it, but no one really excels on it compared to their contemporaries. But I don't know, maybe we're going to see, I mean, there's this like, this Nerd Rage-esque, like Nerd Rage, the previous name of TF2easy. There's this like, you know, double fast soldiers, like this like double fast soldier style mid that they do. They've gone away from it in recent times. It's kind of been figured out and countered. But, you know, maybe things like that, going back to things like that, maybe things Witness have forgotten how to deal with in the heat of the moment now, under the bright lights, under the pressure, those sorts of things. But in terms of innovation, it's hard. I mean, I know they do have some pyro things up their sleeve. I've never quite understood what the grand purpose of them is. Mostly they involve like pressuring out of last. If they're stuck on their last, they will use like a pyro and a sniper to try and make some space and actually get off last. But yeah, it's very, very hard to innovate. I think Process is just, in TF2's current state, in its current meta, Process is just the test. Who is the better team on a fundamental level? Unless someone has come up with something we've never seen before, it's going to come down to fundamentals, and it's going to come down to mental game.
And who do you think takes that? If we look at just purely the fundamentals, purely the mental game, who would you favor?
Purely fundamentals, Witness every single time. But mental game, right now, oh boy, I could not predict. I think this is going to be squeaky bum time. It's going to be squeaky bum time.
It's going to be squeaky bum time for both teams, but to help you along with the squeaky bum time, it's Turbo Tabs and Cerny. They're going to bring us map number 2.
You know me, Cerny, I'm a nice little expert at bum time, so it's okay. We will.
That's your words. I'm not going to comment on that whatsoever. It's up to you.
It's okay. We're going to go into it. Okay, so we've got Witness Gaming, we've got TF2 Easy. TF2 Easy, if you've not been paying attention, they have taken their map pick, and it couldn't be more hype right now. A kind of revelation being made here in the LAN halls, and Witness Gaming have to kind of ask themselves questions or kind of reevaluate themselves that they haven't had to do with this team at least.
Yeah, like what is going on, guys? How did we suddenly lose to a team that we were so handily beating all weekend, all season, even if you go back to ETF2L and all that stuff, right? What's happened? What's wrong? Why are we choking? Can we do better on our map?
Yep, and this sort of thing does fuel a team like Josh's, where they're very much an emotional team. You know, when they're feeling good, they feel like they can do anything. They have that belief, and it goes into their sort of play style. They play that aggro. They start unlocking that really extreme talent of skirmishing and playmaking and all this stuff like that. And also, it reinforces Josh's iron fist as well. If this man just starts popping off thing like a battle, like a captain on a sail ship as well, he's going to have them orchestrated perfectly like he wanted.
Are you using that analogy because he's Irish and because of sea shanties, or?
Aye. All right, so Process is going to be our 7 Cs, and it looks like we are going to go into our rollout. Our mateys, we're going straight into it. Josh will be leading this ship over on TF2 Easy. TF2 Easy playing off against Witness Gaming. Potential match here for TF2 Easy if we can close it out. What's happening on mid-zone?
Let's see if Witness can finally find a way back into this with this first little mid-fight. Senna's going high immediately, nuking down a lot of damage onto the combo, but nobody's there to clean it up just yet. Pappy can't do it either. He was in there with him, but suddenly frags are falling every which side. Mula has died though, so there's no heals for the side of Witness. It's only Thomas and Domo. Make that only Domo, and he's gonna have to somehow try to kill Gazi and Seeds, who are nowhere to be found.
Well, 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 well. This is combat a little bit for both of these teams, but Seeds at least survived in all the scrap, so they could kind of transition this. Obviously, they have the heals going back into it, so I hope you like mid-fight, Cerny, because we're going to get another.
We get another one, but this time one of the teams basically has an Uber, so it's going to be a bit of a one-sided one because one of the teams didn't actually show up. They didn't show up to recess.
I didn't think. Yeah, here we go. Now we go.
Okay.
That's that delayed sort of thing. I thought they were throwing a couple of players, seeing if they could fish out that Uber before everyone arrived, but it was a bit little too late, so they will go back and just play it safe on second.
Yeah, they're just gonna take it slow, take it steady. They still have to cope with that Uber on the side of TF2 Easy, which is posing a very dangerous threat here, and it's just gonna allow TF2 Easy to take so much ground for free. They just bully their way into second. Actually gonna take into lobby and last immediately already.
Very early pop. I'm not so sure about that pop. They're trying to defuse these stickies on point. This Uber charge was purely decorative here, Cerny, but do they need it? They actually do clean up Mula. No safety net for them. They back out. It's almost like a teasing Uber. You're like, we don't need this, and you won't need your medic.
This is only like the little appetizer. Oh. You know what you're in for in the main course.
Spicy. I like it.
You know what you're in for in the main course if you're Witness here. You lost your medic. Now Seeds almost has another Uber ready. Mula hasn't even spawned yet. It's going to be very, very hard to hold this yet again. They're going to have to try their absolute damnedest. They have that sentry up. They have the heavy ready as well. But they're going to have to pull an absolute miracle out of their hat here. A white rabbit of the highest proportions if they want to have any opportunity at actually holding this, because it's going to be very tough.
All right.
The Uber is going to come out of TF2 Easy.
Ready. Abracadabra, let's see if we can get going over at our mid. Our last, we will pop off our central, but we will try and attempt to nuke this heavy weapons guy. That's 2 objectives already cleared up. Point pressure has been made. The soldiers come blazing out. They fire at the ground. The pipes have been shot. A lot of damage, but there's just not enough follow-up. Gazi, there's just not enough damage being laid out and not enough follow-up either. It's missing part 1 and part 2. Oh, he does get like a kill on there, but that's an avenging shot for his boy Seeds. And it's a very nice counter off defense for Witness Gaming.
He lived for very long there.
Yeah.
I was in disbelief on how long he lived. Unfortunately, it wasn't good enough. They're going to be able to lose second here as well. Witness moving forward, trying to take mid as well. They have a bit of momentum now. They're trying to take forward. Thomas gets picked up by a little sticky trap, but
that's a sticky trap.
That's all they lose for the time being. And actually, it's back cap. Never mind, I wasn't paying attention. Nabi just in behind gets so much cap time.
Oh my.
Pulls back everybody from Witness. Nobody can even contest mid anymore. They have to take care of it. They have to clean him up. They lose Poppy for it as well.
I'm surprised they're not pushing here over on the TF2 Easy.
They're just taking their time.
They usually don't need too many excuses, but I guess they really value Nubby as a player and just want to kind of slowly transition this in. Maybe we might see a banner. Maybe a banner coming out from Nubby, but it is an open plan map. No,
nope.
he's not going to pick it up.
They just respect the Uber too much, I suppose. They just really didn't want to risk anything against Mulah's Uber. They just wanted to take it slow and steady. They're going to wait for their own and then just try to break the stalemate the old-fashioned way. Maybe, you know, the classic sending the soldier through choke and all that sort of stuff. We'll have to see how they try to approach it, as both teams have their Ubers now. It's going to be the stalemate breaking. It's going to be in, well, either team's court, really, but tf2easy are in control of mid, so they're the attackers here. They want to be the ones converting the round. They want to be the ones making it to the finals.
No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure. All right. So Josh, just saying maybe the instance of damage for Nubby to play off here. He uses all his rockets. He gets one. He doesn't even get one rocket. He fires out and gets shot at by Ixie. And yeah, they saw that coming a mile away.
They were ready for that one. Just picked him out of the sky. Anti-air deployed. Nobody can enter this airspace unobserved. And just like that, it gets shut down. Now, maybe if you're lucky here, it could be a counterplay. Never mind, there's a pause.
Oh, a pause could mean a lot of things. Maybe a mouse is broken. Maybe a player needs to blow his nose. Maybe a player needs to just kind of have a quick chit-chat with his team. But I guess until we find the nature of that pause, I guess back to us. Oh, God, back to us.
Oh, no.
So, Cerny, how was your day?
I don't know. Okay.
All right, okay.
Okay.
I tried.
I'm tired.
We don't get many of these moments, you know.
I suppose.
You know. Like, we don't get to relax. Where's the caster pause, you know? Sometimes I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Where's my coffee? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we didn't. Did I get some water? I think I did. I can't remember now.
Anyway, I mean, what's happening here?
I mean, not too much has happened. We've just started the game, literally. They have Pappy and company have fortunately bounced back from that that little defense of from the last point. As it was just a bit worrying, you know, they got kind of rolled a bit on mid. They were being pushed all the way back to last. I think they could have actually made it a bit better if they used their Uber, maybe. The TF2easy. But hey ho, what can you do? So, but apart from that little fumble, which might bite them, not too much has really happened.
Yeah, I mean, now they're just in a stalemate situation. Now they, you know, went in for the sack, didn't quite get anything done.
This has got to be quite jarring. Which team do you think is most like, you know, unimpressed or annoyed by this Uber? Who was like feeling themselves and feeling quite in the game? If you could even pick that up.
I don't know, man. It was just a cringe Uber, honestly.
Yeah, I think they were just so worried about a sniper. They're just going for like. To be honest, I'm surprised they didn't want a sniper at that moment.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe they could have just taken their time, just a little bit, just a little teeny tiny bit. They didn't have to rush through things too much like that. You know, just have a quick peek, quick scan. But you're at LAN. You know, you're feeling the blood's flowing, the adrenaline's going. Yeah. You've just beaten them on the map. You just start rushing in, going the hero playing and stuff like that.
Use the snowball.
But it might work out for them if they're obviously hitting all these hero plays or just working and they look like geniuses of the game. But then there's moments like that that kind of snaps you back a bit into reality and things like, whoops, maybe I shouldn't be so aggro.
Maybe I should just like take one step back just to be in line with the team. Who knows?
Anyway.
It's tough to call, man. If tf2easy can keep up their momentum from the last map, somehow, you know, Process is a very good map for them and they just destroy Witness's confidence completely, yeah. But with Witness, they seem to, you know, they're still in the game. Maybe they've caught themselves. Maybe they've figured out what was wrong.
You know what? I'm not sure if we have do we have a crowd out there? I just want to know, like, just let me know, just so I can make a survey. Just like give me a general shout, see if I can pitch the crowd some general things. Give me just a shout that you're there, crowd, if you're there. All right, okay. Crowd. I'm gonna ask you some questions here because I'm just curious. You know, I've heard of this NA, you know, anti-bias, this bias of EU. But who do you actually support here in EU? Now that's the question. So if you give me a shout if you're supporting Witness. All right, give me a shout if you're supporting TF2easy. Oh, that's quite 50-50.
Yeah, seems pretty much the same.
Wow, this is the most 50-50 I've ever heard of the crowd. Usually the underdogs always get the
this is way louder. I'm very surprised.
Wait, okay. You get more passionate, maybe particular players with that guy. All right, okay. Okay, who do you, as two casters, who do you prefer? Do you prefer Cerny?
Oh, come on now.
Oh.
Come on now.
Do you prefer me?
You can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that. That's illegal. That should be a crime or something.
Oh, right. We could just cast the pairs in like this, don't we? Who should we cast
just
in the grand final?
Just run through the gauntlet like that.
I won't do that.
Completely.
All right. Oh, no, I could abuse it. This feels really powerful, actually.
You
having
have
people.
a lot of power in
I
this,
know.
yeah.
I know. It's just
you're running the show now. You have to
power
spin a
corrupts
whip.
absolutely, doesn't it? Who's enjoying LAN out there? Oh,
that's a bit tame.
They sound a bit drunk, to be honest.
They're
like, oh shit, that's me.
Finals aren't on until after this. You guys got to pace yourselves.
Yeah.
Just wait a bit more. Like,
I mean, with all these pauses, they're going to be absolutely slaughtered.
This is a very long pause.
This is a very long pause as well. Josh, are you in the crowd? Shout if you're in there. Oh no, he's not him. Should we do this player by player until we figure out who's sneaking into the crowd? No, I won't put that through to you.
That's too much.
We are dipping into the bucket here. We'll put the crowd box away just for now. Just for now. All right, Cerny. Grand finals coming up. Got any plans? I heard that you were roped in this last minute. Do you actually have anything going on after this, or are you just going to sit in the crowd?
I'm going to do it like everybody else. I'm just going to drink
you're
and
just
watch
like,
and
you're
enjoy.
just like anybody else. You're not. You
a
don't let the
guy.
fame get to your head.
I'm just a guy.
You put on your trousers like everybody else, one leg at a time. But you know they're very talented legs.
I'm just like everybody else.
I'm
not
not
different than anybody
built
in any
different.
way. I'm a people person, okay?
Hey. All right. So we're still waiting about here for this pause. I think we're going to have to actually switch over to Twitch chat. This is how desperate we've got of a situation here. Twitch chat, can you give me a shout? Can you see what's going here? What sort of quality content we got here? We've got hi, Koi. How we doing? Woo. Oh, hi. This is why we don't relay the chat on the stream. They just turn into animals. Somebody spelt turbo wrong. Pac-Man, awesome sauce. But Turbo's bicep reveal. There you go, lads. There's your fucking bicep reveal.
I feel like I'm just like
Turbo.
like a
how do you
show.
get buff? Well, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you kill about 50 million chickens over a course of a 2-year period. You eat them, and then you go and pick up heavy objects. That's the simple brunt of it, over and over again.
It's just
Hit
that
me
easy.
with the dab. There you go. What other sort of requests here? I'm going to do everything. Hi, Essentials. Where is our pause, sir? Are we still paused? We're still paused here. Turbo Chad. Permzillo is the best scout. Ban that man. Ban that man. Get him in. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Oh, actually, do they know?
Oh.
Do they know? Get
we're
back in the game. Get back in the game.
Gameplay. Woo! Okay.
Welcome back. Welcome to page 2. It is our second map of the entire best of 3. If you're just joining us in this long tirade, it is me, Turbo Tabs. I'm joined with Cerny. We are watching TF2 Easy versus Witness Gaming, believe it or not. It's even Stevens kind of between most of them. Ubers and points, apart from TF2 Easy, who have a map. But we discount that.
They do have a map, and they have a good chance here at actually making it to finals if they take this one as well. So Witness are going to be on their edge of their seat, and there's the Nubby bombing yet again with Josh as well, and take by Nixie. I guess that's about it though.
That's terrifying though. Ixie, get down, Mr. President, as Mula will survive this thing. I mean, I don't think a president would surf out a bullet, but.
You never know.
All right, I need to get out of this trolley mindset. We're back. The lives are being made here right now. Let's stand up.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, Sill is trying to push IT here a little bit, trying to pressure a little bit, but they have to find a way to somehow break this open. But so much control by TF2 Easy. Nobody in Witness wants to, again, take any risks. They're just being so careful. They do not want to mess this up whatsoever. They've already messed up the map once. There's a bit of a rotation by TF2 Easy into a sewer here, actually. They're going to be trying to pressure this side a little bit more, perhaps. Just finding a way, you know? Trying everything they got in their playbook, every tool in the bucket that you can try to pick out. But neither team being too ambitious with their plays just yet. We haven't seen any Gazi, Pyro, heavy offensive plays yet or anything like that.
It's just trying to lay down the initial sort of spam rocket, see if we can catch somebody, set it up for Josh. So here's the distraction bomb, here is the real bomb. He's trying to get on top. He switches to the escape plan. That's not a spoon. As with 3 people coined up, Nasboy went down to some pipes there. So this has just turned into a really nice push. They've actually forced out the Uber. They've responded with an Uber. They're actually going in, chasing them out. Is this a single? Are they actually? Why is there fear being shown in the eyes of TF2easy? I feel like they could have turned around and taken that fight there. Maybe there were just too many numbers. The respawners, they wanted the meat and choke, but they've taken it too long. They will actually get pushed out here soon.
Yeah, and just barely live as well, some of them. Josh just barely escaping, but he's going to be in such a bad position. He's going to have to run even more. There's basically nothing they can do to hold the second point as well. There's so much aggression that will be coming out of Witness here because they have the heal advantage and everything going on with that. Nabi is seemingly committed to the spy, at least for now. Yeah, he is out. He's out and running about. So he might be the playmaker here. If he gets this backstab, or really any crucial kill here, that could stunt Witness very quickly because they have a bit of an ad. Well, they have a bit of something to work
down. Oh my god, if he uncloaked around that time would have been perfect. But the thing is, he's too close. He would be heard by the medic. He's uncloaked now. He's walking up. I don't think they're none the wiser. The juicy back. He knew! He knew! He felt it in the wind. He felt it in his in the goosebumps. And will turn around last second. Check that man's PC, ETF12.
There's the Uber coming to last as well. They're going to take that sentry immediately, but that's all they've done so far. Now the Uber is faded. There's respawners of people coming out of spawn, just brushing people off point. There's no cap time at all. The stickies are finally clear, but they've dropped players already.
Oh no.
Sil and Domo are both dead. There goes Ixie as well. Thomas getting some cap time. Nobody's blocking him finally. He gets pushed off that point. Papi's still in as well. Mula trying to keep his team alive, but that's not going to happen. He's going to have to run away with that 20% in tow, and maybe somebody actually might chase him down. You know, he's going to be able to meet up with his forward spawners. He's going to be able to heal up again. And they got seeds.
Copium. Seeds that go down there. So they could maybe potentially snowball this back into like a little push, but I feel like they'll have to expend the Uber at this second point instead. So we'll see if they can actually pull that off over on Witness Gaming right now.
It's the balls in their court. They have almost any opportunity they can have here. They just got to get that Uber going. If they're really confident in this fight, they can maybe try to take it dry as well, considering Gazi's already on last second percent. Obviously, they don't know that on the side of Witness, but they're playing a 5v6 here, and yeah, tf2easy are giving this up pretty much without even pretending it. They send in a single soldier. Oh, dangerous levels there onto Mula, but he does not falter. He does stay alive. He does get his Uber going. Now they're going to try to take that into last with 2 players down. This could actually be a pretty good push for Witness here. They have to only take care of 4 people.
It's so free. It's so free. You're actually going to get a demo man kill. Oh no! They drop Thomas. No scout available for this push. Disastrous for this last push, and it was going all right.
They took so long to cap second. They just couldn't get they couldn't get any cap time on last or anything like that because nobody was on second capping. It was only Ixie alone, and the rest of the push kind of just lagging behind Thomas as well, leading the charge. So now, you know, Ubers are equalized now, I guess. So that's something. I
can respect it. I can respect almost like the suicide to try and get Domo there.
Thomas
to get Nasboy there.
This is curious.
Everybody's just loving the spy class right now. He won't float. Nobody's really aware of it. To be fair, he has taken... Oh, he's actually invis watching again. It's almost like a fake out. Am I here? Am I not? He's been spotted. A secret agent down as Thomas will be sent to the grave.
That's why you run Cloak and Dagger. You get way more time.
Yeah, this man's playing too much pubs, you know. But I mean, to give him credit though, it was a snappy entry. They didn't really have time to spy check because usually spies take longer.
And now Morale opting to go on the sniper here on the defensive side, maybe. No, never mind. Decides against it again. Goes to just spy check. Maybe opts to snipe again afterwards.
Seeing what Thomas is running, and he is just running cookie cutter. I'm embarrassed. Says Thomas. I do not want to do that spy play.
There you go. He's opting for the sniper now, and he's going to try to maybe shut down a potential push or just get like an aggressive angle. This is the problem with Process. You don't get a lot of angles out of last as sniper. You get lobby.
Teasing for Alexi.
That's about it. He's going to get a headshot there.
Rings out on against the soldier. That's got to hurt.
It's not enough to get a kill though. Nobody's falling up on it either. So Papi's still aggressive in lobby here, still spamming, maybe trying to take that sentry.
Clink clonk, trying to get the sentry gun down. With clink clonk goes the wrench of Gazi, repairing it back up again.
He's looking for these angles.
Actually, he's rebuilding it.
Yeah, they're not doing much. 50 body shot there onto the soldier. So many aggressive peeks. He really wants to kill Papi, or just like some more crucial target than a scout here. He's not hitting the shot right now. every shot he misses is an opportunity wasted, because now they know more and more where the sniper is. They know what to do about it.
I do like it though. I do like it. Like, if you run the sniper long enough, eventually those headshots are going to ring out. And what else are you going to be doing at this last point?
I mean, you gotta make something happen, right? It's not like you can go anywhere.
Yeah, they've even got the dispenser being built up as well, that they could even hold close with these things, really abuse these sort of close sight lines. If he just gets a good, healthy amount of damage, they can back it up with some of these players from TF2easy. There we go. There's that statistical anomaly of Moralexi finally getting a pick out of that. All it does is unlock the ability for him to get a bit more aggressive with this picking.
Yeah, now they're going to have to back out of lobby here. Witness, they have no chance of holding that as aggressively as they were. And that's going to give Moralexi perhaps the ability to, be a bit more aggressive with his sniper play. Also, spike checking yet again.
Yeah, that is a bit of an issue. Every person that you pick off, it is an opportunity for Witness Gaming to do an off-class. So it's almost like he has to clean his plate here over on Moralexi.
It slows down his plays a little bit, but any sniper shot he can do on a crucial target is going to be doing so much here. He knows the medic is down there.
He sees the beam. He's like, give me the fish. Give me the.
That's good enough.
Settle for the bass, says Moralexi. Gets the Pappy kill. That's the brains of the squad's brains spewed across the computer room.
Just like that, another soldier taken care of again. Again, maybe a bit of aggression coming out of here of the sniper. Potentially, they're taking it slow. They're maybe just playing for the round reset at this point. It's only a minute 20.
1 minute to a round reset. Witness Gaming. Do you think they like the taste of their own medicine, sir?
Maybe they do. Ooh, peeking aggressively there. Nobody contesting him for a while. Nobody looking at that far door. Nula not peeking either, though. Very, very well aware of the threat that sniper can pose, especially when it's somebody as dangerous as Moralexi.
Oh, if that camera was a spy, it would have got me over there.
Well, they're going to maybe actually opt for an exchange here. They're going to go in.
Pop early. I mean, it is quite late in the timing. Why not at the end of the day? So they pop it off and they give a mole question to TF2easy. You might get the odd kill. You might even justify it in your push next. But do you do that and give up the round reset?
Well, they have the banners going. They have one already.
Gonna pop the banner.
There's the second one out of Josh.
They have seeds at the Riven Uber as well.
Oh my god.
It's like insurance for your insurance.
There is absolutely no way Witness can get this push going. It's going to be absurd.
Oh, well, it's going to happen now.
They have to try at this point.
Now it's Kaska Supreme and all.
Yeah, obviously, but there's no reason not to go. They only have 20 seconds anyway. They might as well get the shot.
Hold the button. Josh will not let go of this button until he wants to make his team safe.
Oh, there you go.
Just pops it off. 9 seconds left. I wonder if they'll even pop off an Uber onto point as well. They'll stop that overtime.
Just for the logs.
For the logs, seeds. For the logs! No!
Alright, well.
Alright, well.
Round reset.
Round reset, alright.
First round goes to a reset, just like that. By the way, that was a 15-minute round, and it ended in a round reset. I don't think you can get much closer.
Okay.
I mean, that's extremely closely matched, and I guess we're headed into our second mid-fight of the map somehow. After 15 minutes, a bit of a
fast
strange
rollout for Domo, fast rollout from Nubby, no health pack for him. He's trying to pepper out some random shots. Domo with a nice, easy lock-and load kill onto Nasboy. Now that is a new mid. Nubby going down because he did travel so fast with things. God, Domo with these lock-and loads.
Just hitting those in the specials.
Josh, maybe left behind. Oh, does manage to get out narrowly there.
Barely. And so much aggression out of Witness again already. They're in lobby. They haven't even capped second yet, just barely finishing mid. Poor Ixie just left behind every time. They're in last.
There's no sentry going to
No Uber's in play either.
Nubby is playing sniper though. He's trying to pick off Domo. Doesn't quite get the pick. Solentes will go down to Josh, who's holding with the rest of his team. And I think they'll just back off here and try and think of all the kooky ways they can break this defense.
And we're back to the classic that we just saw mere moments ago. Moralexi back, actually not on the sniper this time, but you know, the TF2easy last hold on process here. We have Witness trying to break it somehow.
We do have the recipe. It looks like Cerny.
The Putis.
Solentes. Is that has he got a Delonka spawn maybe?
Yeah, I know that's probably just the gloves. That's why.
Oh right, fair play.
Yeah. So we're gonna be seeing the Putis out of Witness here. Interesting choice.
It's hard to make these sorts of things look good, but if there's anybody that I think could try and make it look good, it would be Witness. So what they're trying to do is they'll probably force them out. So go for the trade, clear out the sentry gun, kind of almost commit to a fight, him kind of back out, almost. Oh wait, no, they just don't even. Excuse me. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to force the Uber.
Is this part of the strategy? Because like I'm starting to lose the thread here a little bit. Because they didn't force the Uber. They didn't really do anything except destroy a sentry gun.
I did say at the start, it's hard to make the semi look good. It's hard to make him, because it starts with these sorts of points that you need to make. The things need to be correct in these come up into the fight, which is obviously force, clear out the bits and bobs, commit to a fight, get a decent sort of skirmish going so you're getting some trades in there, and then bring him in the post fight.
And both teams playing this so slowly, not wanting to go any extra risks here. At this rate, we're looking at another golden cap, and I am going to die if that happens, but at this rate, man, neither team, obviously you can't fault TF2 easy. They just want to go for another reset here if they have to. they've been having the trend of lose the mid fight, go for a reset. But man, Witness have to find a way to get into this. They have that weird offensive heavy play. It can work, but it's so rare.
I mean, they haven't revealed it yet. Solentis is chomping on a chocolate bar. He's very nice and plump, ready for this push. The cannonballs are coming out for Nasboy. That's got to be annoying dealing with this push coming in. He's spamming one and does actually get the drop on Muller. What the hell? How does that even happen?
When did that happen?
He must have just kept spamming and spamming, and Muller was just taking it to the face over and over and over again.
What the? Okay, well, that's an easy way to end a push opportunity like that. Muller just drops his Uber for basically no reason. Now
and the heavy weapons guy never came into the entire thing.
He just dies as well. TF2 easy, great opportunity to get on a second. They're going to take that immediately, keep rolling forward. They have that full Uber to play with. So this is still down, just not spawning anytime soon. He's in the respawn queue for eternity, and it's just going to be so easy for TF2 to keep this rolling forward. They've got some sticks to deal with, they got some clearing to do, but
they're checking all the traps, they're checking the corners, they're checking the soldiers, they're trying to deal with these anti-airs, the spam. So much on the checklist here because they're in a threatening position. They tried to maybe force him around this corner. Tomas just denies Josh. He goes behind. I think a back cap's on the cards here. An Uber has popped out for TF2 easy, but I'm not sure if they have to actually send some people back.
They didn't.
Oh wait, Tomas has been killed.
I know, yeah, Tomas has been cleaned up. They didn't do anything with that Uber at all, really. They just tried to like get the point or get some ground. They're gonna lose the point again immediately. Just a times 7 fight. Actually, wait, I'm getting confused here. Now TF2 easy does get the point. Witness have to run away because.
But they have the Uber charge over on Witness Gaming now. So
I'm grounded again.
Expect a bit of seesawing a bit. The only thing that might factor into this, Nubby has got the battalions back up, kind of brewing.
It's getting there. It's not quite ready just yet, but he's doing a lot of damage, and with all these players bunched up, he's only going to be able to do even more. But Seeds is building so fast, Muller has had no reason to use yet. Now Seeds is his Uber, and suddenly that disadvantage is completely gone. It's equalized again.
They just back out here. I don't know if they're really worried about some sort of aggressive play or something like that, or maybe they wanted to bait in a bit of Witness Gaming, but they just give it up.
Just like that, Witness to retake mid again. They're not looking strong. They're not looking like set in what they want to do.
It's looking very familiar from the group stage. The only difference here, Witness Gaming was a round up. They could afford to dig their heels in a little bit. They could afford to take their time. And can they keep afford to doing it now? 10 minutes left on this timer. It feels like it will come down to just one round.
Might well be Solentis on the beggars.
It's the
RNG cannon.
rocket. Oh, he actually forces out Seeds there. He does not want to fight with RNG.
He does not respect the RNG that time around. He's gonna force to the Beggar's Bazooka. Fair enough.
Muller, Domo, popped off. Wants to maybe walk this in. They are walking it in. They don't want to use the Uber as a buff banner has been popped. And yeah, they will force the hand here. But what damage can this Uber do when everyone's just so gosh damn tanky on TF2 easy? They clean up Pappy. They might even clean up another one. That's Ixie going down. Tomas going down. Domo going down. Muller will go down.
Just the absolute cleanup by Josh and Morale. They're just taking everybody. Still is alive though. He's behind.
Consolation prize. Can he get this medic? No. He's floating. Anti-air guns will stop Solentis in his tracks. It's gone back the way of TF2 easy thanks to this battalion's backup.
It's that banner is so damn powerful, and Witness just does not respect it enough. Tomas on the sniper in the forward spawn. Is he gonna get the shot?
Can he hear it? Can he smell it? Can he do it?
What is he cooking? What is he cooking up?
What is this man cooking? I don't think he's going to
I don't think he's cooking anything.
He's actually going to shoot the person on second, I think.
On the point, maybe.
He needs
yeah.
to get a body shot.
Oh,
this is
there's a
awkward.
fence.
Okay.
Anyway, there's an Uber into last, and as it turns out, TF2easy are trying to, maybe push here because that's what we're doing.
Oh,
So much cap time already.
Oh, so much cap time. They already capped it. They have to just throw any sort of body on the point. Heavy weapons guy. They ease it out. They get the round. 8 minutes left. They are on the back foot on their own map here. Witness Gaming.
Witness. I am witnessing the opposite of gaming right now.
Oh, nice. That was good.
I am not witnessing their gaming. I am witnessing TF2easy gaming.
Yeah, it is looking pretty easy. No, it's actually been quite hard for them. But first round on the board. Underdog set his stat. Doubt's worried. Maybe Witness Gaming overrated and everybody else is activated on TF2easy. They will take a couple of Celentes rockets to the face, clawing this mid-fight back, sending them in the corner. Alright, Pappy is in. He wants this medic. He wants him dead and done. Mula, Seeds runs away, floats away. He wants to keep going. Crossbow in. It's a suicide on the man. But he gets him.
At the very least, he gets him. Such a scramble there, but finally Witness get it. Again, that's technically, they've won every mid-fight so far. Nothing unusual here yet. They have to just convert it. They have been struggling so hard with converting it so far. They have to somehow actually convert this round, and they don't have a lot of time to work with anymore because they need to pick up 2 if they don't want this to go to a golden cap. Navi's on the sniper as well, gets a little body shot there onto the soldier immediately. Now they know he's there,
they've
so they're gonna have to be careful.
They've pushed it through the top side. I can see them wanting to push through lobby straight away with this. They're gapping second point now. They've got the sentry gun set up on the right-hand side, and let's see if they can convert this here over on Witness Gaming. They are being very, very careful with it. They pop very early to deal with the nubby sniper to avoid any sort of shenanigans. And they will switch around. Moralexi back on their heavy weapons guy. They're pressuring the point ever so slightly. They do get a couple of kills here on Witness Gaming. They're picking apart, basing them to the point. Tomas is falling all over them. Tomas is capping the point as well. It will be evened out here in this long grueling game.
Finally, all Witness took, it was a little bit of a wake-up call. Now they're suddenly like, oh crap, we have to play the game. Suddenly, they're finding themselves back into it. Now the real question is, this round could very well decide the fate of Witness, because if they lose this one, it will be tough. Could be going to a golden cap though. We'll have to see how fast they play this. Let's see
boy feeling pretty tagged, buddy. Use that crossbow low. Happy going in. Pick a target, any target, no target. The Celentes will go down. Probably a bit wondering where Pappy was. They will jump on the medic. A nice little surf coming out for Mula there, buying some time for his team. They do farm out the frags. Seeds is being chased, but Josh has got his back.
And just like that, they win another mid. Again, Witness won every mid so far, just not every round.
5 minutes.
And they have 5 minutes to convert this one. And it's not going to be as easy this time because
Mula's got the Uber charge first.
But it's still 2-1.
They should know this. Domo's in for free. He's setting up stickies on the left.
Navi's on the sniper as well, seeing if he can maybe get a cheeky little shot here while there's no Uber in play. Just any target here will do so much.
He can't seem to go with the fucking door.
Okay, okay. Witness have backed out. They respected
They've used the Uber. They've used the Uber on Seeds. That's what that force was. They forced out Seeds with that Uber. I mean, with that Pappy and Ixie. They're trying to pick up the pieces of the second point, cap people out with it. Will they have the gusto to actually defend this out? Domo set a sticky on the floor. He's going in, boys. One pipe, no pipe, will go down. And Uber's popped out. Gazi, Nubby cleaned up by the flanking team from this sort of IT way. They will claim the second point again. No Nubby and Gazi to defend last. Nasboy has really got to really put in a lot of effort here. They're already stacking this point. They need more bodies on the point. Witness Gaming, get their round on there.
Now I'm witnessing gaming.
Now you're witnessing gaming.
All it took was a couple of minutes and everything can change just like that.
4 minutes left.
And another attack pause.
Oh, attack pause. Does everybody get attack pause? How many attack pause can we get? It's turn-based here in the game of Team Fortress 2. Well, at least on the bright side, I get to sit down. I would love a cup of tea, though. Where is my cup of tea? Excuse me. Hello. All right. Well, welcome back to the caster desk. I'm feeling, well, stuff has actually happened this time, Cerny. We can talk about it a little bit. What would you like to talk about in particular?
It took so long for Witness to wake up and finally do stuff. But once they start doing stuff, they do it pretty damn well.
Yeah, it just looks like I'm trying to think back, like what has turned, what has changed things about this. Obviously, the mids are looking really golden for Witness Gaming. So as soon as like TF2easy, like yes, we got this mid, we're converted out of this things, we've gone through the slog of like trading and back and forth and slow this stuff. A new thing goes, they get an optimum mid, they wipe them out, they push them to last, they get a very crisp last push, and there's reset back again, all this stuff like that. It almost makes me wonder that if they go to a sort of map or round advantage over on TF2easy, they shouldn't go to mid. Just don't go to mid. Just don't go to mid. Win the video game. Don't go to mid. It's
like
LAN. There's money. Don't go to mid.
You gotta whip out everything you got.
Yeah, you gotta do.
Strat.
Build a sentry gun. You know, get Gazzy to like, I don't know, like go on pyro. Do all this stuff. Just really annoy Witness.
Just be a thorn in their sides. I
you
mean,
know, low panda it up. Cadus is still spinning. And annoyed that the fact that Low Panda back in ETF2. Oh, okay, no, history lesson gone. Get back in the game. We're going. We're carrying on. No more tack pauses.
Next mid fight going underway. Team's rolling out. Witness up around now with 5 minutes left.
Quick rollout.
It's very quick as well. He's going to be so much faster than Nasboy yet again, and he's going to be able to shut down that choke. Maybe stop some players from getting through there. Nasboy waiting.
Celentes crawling, sneaking through the mud. Gets on the left.
Bombing
they
high.
Hear the sounds. They hear the splinters. They hear the death of this double soldier bomb coming in. They can maybe turn things around with this one soldier jump on the medic. He's punching all over the place. They keep him alive. It's very reminiscent of what we've been saying, Cerny.
They ran more Alexi Sniper to mid as well. They're trying to find a way into these mid fights somehow, but they just can't make it happen. And they get shut down again. They're on last again. Witness is just trying to put the final nail in the coffin right now. They are suddenly looking very, very dominant here.
You know what I said? You know what I said about like just don't push don't push mid. They don't have to push last. They don't have to push last. Witness Gaming can just stay back here, keep control. There's no more round reset.
They don't have to worry about it. They could literally just park the bus now and take the map, even if it's not the way they might want to. But they can just get away with it.
I'm pretty sure we've got a successfully parked bus here. Please enjoy your trip on the Witness Gaming sideline.
It's going to be on TF2easy to make the place, because obviously they got to get through this parked bus somehow. They want to stay in this. They want to take this home already. Hey, they want to go to finals.
Mate, they can't afford the ticket, right? I don't think they can actually claw this back in time. It would have to be some banana shenanigans. And I do see some banners. They are building it over on... oh, wait, nobody's not building a banner anymore. Okay, I guess only one banner. But Celentes, he's got the counter banner. Banners on banners on banners.
And Gazzy's committing to the spy play.
I mean, if you kill the man with the banner, actually, that's actually pretty valued now. You're not going to put stock in defense into kill on that battalion's backup player. It might be pretty valued, to be honest.
It could be. He just has to be very careful here, because this is a minefield.
They've got to know. Look, Ixie has turned into a camera. Look where he is. He is literally here. Prison guard Ixie, looking out for any sort of skirmish and fight. How is Gazzy going to do this? He could maybe get this battalion's backup. Look, he sees him. He sees a juicy battalion's backup. Get it, Gazzy.
It's going to be a very tough one, but he has to be the playmaker for TF2easy here. If he doesn't get anything done here.
Oh, no, Ixie, look at him.
Oh, he knows.
He smells him.
He smells it.
Oh, my God, screen locker.
He's so far. He's
back to his position. He's doing his round. Shawshank redemption here for Gazzy.
Somehow, it's going to be so tough for him. He has to pick the exact right moment.
I bet you, it looks like he's got schizophrenia. He's so paranoid here.
There's going to be some pressure.
Distraction.
He's good enough for the backside.
The 180! The 180 turn countering the spy! You can't find the back! He won't let you!
It's so easy to counter the spy.
What did he do? He literally pressed the panic button.
Turn around, that's all you do.
No, he turned around like, he spun 3 times, mate.
Oh my God, they're getting all the frags now as well. There's only 3 players up for the side of TF2easy.
Oh,
Uber comes out as well.
Oh, counter Uber, there's only 3 players left. Nasboy has to deal with this. There's a banner coming in. How do they deal with this? 1 minute left on the clock. Pappy will go down. Pyro back in. He's cleaned up as well. They gain another round. That is it. No more. Mathematically impossible. Witness Gaming have brought it to the first third map of this best of 3 series.
We're going to Sunshine.
We're going to Sunshine.
Yeah, that's the final one. Oh boy. I know. They've brought it back.
Soak it in, boys and girls. We've got 55 seconds to catch our breaths. And I think even teams are going a bit shenanigans right now. Taking a lap of victory. Really make it into a show here. EU. El Clasico.
Witness are here to fight. They don't want to give it up just yet. They know they deserve to be in that final, and they want to show that they do. And they've shown us that as far as I'm aware so far.
Right, where are you? Where are you, analyst? You need to start waltzing over here, getting in, start plugging in now, because you know you've got a game to analyse. This is a delightful little thing to just sink your teeth into while we run down the clock. Count with me, Twitch stat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a victory. Witness Gaming wins. They are going to a third map. Are you hype out there? Woo! Alright. Cerny, I'm red, I'm hot, I'm tired, but I've never been so ready for more TF2.
It's going to be the most grueling best of 3 of my life.
I know, they are, and also, I don't think the teams are used to these sorts of like length of games. They're going to be going on cigarette breaks, food breaks, drink breaks, sleep breaks.
Toilet breaks.
It's going to be a while. Hopefully we won't be that too long, but until then, we're going to just delay things just a tad. I'm looking around for these analysts. They are quite missing, so it looks like it's just the caster show just for a little bit longer.
All right, well, I guess we'll stay with us and we'll just talk about what's going on. We'll just do the analyst job.
This is the analyst desk right now.
We're just the analysts
now. You know
now.
what? I can be analyst.
There you go. He's smart
right,
now.
analyst mode activates.
Just like that.
I think in this game it's been quite a victory for Witness Gaming in their sort of on-game adaptation of things. Like we saw very early on, they were kind of struggling to like break the mold, break the sort of initial thing. You saw that round up, that sort of flustering moment for Witness Gaming, but they were talking about the mental for Witness Gaming if it's being tested, and it was tested on just multiple levels, but on the most surface level was that sort of round difference. Do you feel a bit more confident in this team going into it now that they have that sort of mental capacity to come back?
I feel like that giant pause at the start was also like that giant pause was definitely Witnesses.
Okay, I'm being told in the little man pie in the sky, we've got a group photo going on. It was, what is it, Mr. Production Man? Just one more time for me. A group photo in the smoking area.
After this game.
After this game. So you got that, guys. Write that down. Send that to Discord. Put it on your Twitter. Check the Twitter, check the Discord. We will at everyone. So if you want to get this group photo, if you want to have a nice little Twitter banner, you need to be a part of this. It is how I measure whether or not you've been to LAN or not. I have no memory of these. They all blur together. Please be in the photo.
So it's the only way you can prove that you were actually here.
Exactly. People still believe I don't go to I-40 because I was in no stinking photo.
This isn't Twitch chat. You can't just type I was here when something happens. Yeah. You have to actually show for it.
Exactly. All right. So I guess until then, back to the analytical mind. So,
anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Analytical glass is still on. So it's a very important step, I feel like, in Witness's journey to have this sort of like comeback potential, to have these things, because it's not going to only be a best of 3, it's probably going to be a best of 5, a very grueling series coming up if they get into the final.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the same for TF2easy as well. They're going to be on the back foot. They need to kind of prove to themselves that they can do these sorts of back and forths. And I think we haven't really seen that so far, have we?
Plus, I feel like what some that might also play into it at this point is exhaustion. Because if you think about it, TF2easy have been playing longer. They've been in the other lower bracket round, even though it was a bit of a roll. They've been playing more all day. They might be getting a little bit more exhausted, perhaps, if that's something that could play into it.
Yeah, of course.
Froyo are going to be going into the final fresh. Probably, had dinner just before.
Had dinner. Taking a nice little walk, maybe had a nice run. There's people out there doing massages for about £15. They probably got a massage or two.
It's possible.
They're feeling good. And these poor gamers, they're going the distance. They're tired, they're knackered. And I've never seen Froyo probably rubbing their hands together at the opportunity.
It's so easy for them.
It's so easy.
So easy pickings, but I guess it's gonna, you know, boil down to a bit of stamina for either of these teams, but mainly TF2easy because they've been in it for longer.
Speaking of stamina, where on earth is our catalyst?
I don't think we're getting any. It's just us. We're just left out to dry.
I know. They've just stranded us here. No water, no food. I'm out here on a desert island of TF2.
We're suffering for the cause.
Heat stroke.
It's a crime of passion.
Oh, yes. I see one. Oh. Oh, right. Oh, he's gone AWOL. That's what's happened. Our man on the ground, the man that was supposed to be here, he's just gone over to Witness Gaming, starting to whisper in their ears. Not whisper in our ears. I want to know what's going on from Kado.
If only we had like a camera on the ground or something like that, but apparently...
A man on the ground. If only. But, well, okay, I guess we're just going to have to take this L and just take our little sort of thing. So we're just waiting on everybody else to connect in. Obviously, Witness Gaming are going to be loading in soon. TF2easy also having their little map chats and whatnot. Yeah. Witness Gaming feeling good again, feeling like they can do this. TF2easy, probably not so much now. We have got some logs for you.
Lovely. We can actually look at some numbers as well. And I mean, it's a slow game, but there's a lot of DPS. That DPS? No, hold on. That's not right.
Wait, don't
that's
worry.
because of the pauses.
Factor? It's kills. It's ordered by
kills.
Yeah,
obviously always kills, but like
Exy, doing well. Yeah. Kind of popping off a bit. Moralexi matching him just about. I'm trying to see where's the inconsistent factor. Maybe Nubby here with 20 deaths. It's hard being the life of a roamer.
That's quite a lot. I mean,
I think, and yeah, Josh has even got some high frag rates as well. I think they very much favour throwing in these soldiers, doing something about it. In these sensors, and it makes but I don't feel like that tells a story. None of these stats really tell the story of excuse me, is that Gazzy with a full-time engineer?
Yeah, it's very funny how Gazzy has the engineer logo on the logs because he's played it more than Scout in this map.
Well, I guess that goes to show how much they were like back there.
Yeah, just on the fence, trying to desperately hang on by a thread and just not managing either way.
I'm not sure if that man's going to be proud of that stat or ashamed. Logs are broken, I'm told. Okay, fair enough. We're sorry, Gazzy. We're not calling you any engineer main. That would be the worst.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You can't call a pyro main an engineer main.
Yeah, fair play.
Can't do that. That's illegal.
All right, so we all go to Sunshine, Cerny. That does mean we're going to get to see some more pretty hard, difficult last holds to kind of break it. Full banners have just seemed to be here to stay no matter what last point you're at now. It's not a Sunshine special, it's a TF2 special. How do you feel about that?
I mean, the analysts were talking about before the games as well, right? Sunshine is going to be such a toss-up because both teams are pretty damn good on it, and like it can be won by either team, so it's going to be very, very hard to say. Like, Witness have a bit of momentum that they could try to take here. TF2easy are obviously coming out swinging. They're trying their absolute damnedest as well to, you know, stay in this. It's so hard to call. It's really going to go down to who uses the break better, who, like, you know, utilizes that time period better to maybe have a talk. Again, apparently one team is getting coached. So
I mean, technically anybody's allowed to coach it. Nothing's stopping you.
Yeah.
You know, what are we, like the court of law? Are we supposed to appoint them a coach? You know what? My coaching services are available. Just I've got a card. Got a card back here somewhere.
Really now?
Right here. That's my little coaching service. So if you just head on over at all Froyo, TF2easy. If you survive this map, I'm at service.
We'll see. I suppose.
Would you hire me? I feel like I'm a good coach.
I mean, you might lack expertise.
Whoa,
perhaps, potentially.
Right.
But you make up for it. You make up for it with attitude.
Who was a coach with attitude? What am I?
You're good at
like a power
picking
ranger?
people up. You can pick people up. You know,
you're
like
teenagers with attitude.
You're charismatic. You can get people energized.
No, I'm analytical. I'm a smart mind. I've got glasses here somewhere. I've got glasses. I'm smart.
Look, I'm stupid. And you're not fooling me.
Do you want the glasses?
You're not fooling me. These are dirty as hell, by the way.
What do you mean? They're expensive. They're brand new. Have you short-sighted? You actually look pretty nice in my glasses.
I can't see anything.
Oh wow. I'm not that blind, am I?
It's not that bad, but yeah.
Ooh, COVID. There we go. Oh no, I said the word.
As we know, it's transmitted by the hair.
Touch. To be fair, it has been quite COVID has been purely forgotten at this event. There is
Yeah,
no
nobody.
sort of personal space at all.
Nobody cares anymore.
Pretty disgusting. But
Absolutely
I wouldn't have it any other way. That's land, baby. Okay, dreams are being made, things are being had, and Cigarette Breaks are clearly being abused to a fine line here. What do you think we could see or expect to be seen on this Sunshine map?
If Witness keep up their momentum and just keep up being solid, they should take this. But if tf2easy find any little crack in that
how are they going to crack them? What's
armor
on Granary? It looks like they had like a strategic plan with this pushing out the banners out at these unusual points in the game, and also it looked like everybody was just getting a feeling out. Obviously, their new hardware getting much better. Just kind of activate a bit more. Chips on the line, fight or flight. But what have they got now? They can't rest on that, or they've ran out of gamer juice, it seems, to keep going over.
They might have run out of like gimmicks in the bottomless barrel, right? They might be starting to scrape the bottom a little bit, and that's the point at which maybe Witness, being the more solid, maybe the more established, the more well-oiled machine, could come out on top. But honestly, I'm not smart enough to call this type of stuff, man. Like, it could go either way. Like, Witness have a bit of momentum now, coming out of the map, finally regaining their stride. But tf2easy have shown it on Granary. They can very easily upset. It's still possible. They got the first round on Process as well after grueling first half. So really, it can be anybody's game. I don't know what to expect beyond that.
I'm going to take my business card back, because I'll forget about that. I've only printed one. Not many people take my services. I'll level with you. All right, but yeah, Sunshine. I'm just looking for like that sort of kind of play style a bit, because I feel like if you just come back to traditional meta versus traditional meta, they are just so much tighter over on Witness Gaming. Like you said, if you play solid, they're going to win. So I wonder what the silver bullet here for tf2easy is. The thing is, it doesn't need to be a strategy. It could just be a player stepping up. Oh my God, I love you so much. Oh, it's so good.
We have been cured.
Oh my days, I'm not even caring that I'm drinking this on camera.
I do not care at all.
Oh. Twitch chat, this is your reminder to hydrate. Hydrate, Twitch chat, hydrate out there, audience. Please do not die. Oh my God. All right.
I feel revitalized.
I feel like £1,000 right here. The difference between these two teams and their placements in these things. I think roughly. Maybe it might be €750 in the prize pool. So,
something like
do you think the money motivates them at all? Do you think they actually care about that aspect?
It's a motivator. I mean, this is the thing, right? Both teams have been getting shellacked all weekend by Froyo. Shellacked, whatever. They've been getting owned by Froyo all weekend, right? So they're probably maybe headed into this just being like, okay, we're playing for second place. Perhaps also they're getting started.
They're getting started.
Never mind. I can't even continue my bit. They're
By
just going.
By the end of this map, ladies and gentlemen, we will have a decider of who's going into this grand final. Witness Gaming or tf2easy. I want to feel the thunder as they send out the lightning here in our Sunshine map. Let's go.
Let's see how this first bit is going to go. I mean, obviously, it's all for all the marbles. And it's a great little start there for tf2easy with that Navi bomb. And taking out Mula immediately. No heals here for Witness whatsoever. They've got a couple of players left. And Seeds actually dies as well, so they couldn't keep him safe at all either. It's just a scramble now.
Navi wants so rockets. I'm telling you, this is what they needed. They need somebody to just enter 11 out of 10. And I think Nubby deserved it on that map.
Just like that, he makes the mid for his team. Witness are gonna have to back off here. Dumbo's the only one alive. He's on second. He's got a Scout friend now and a bit of heals. And Mullah did spawn first, so he's gonna have a slight Uber ad, but it is really not much to write home about at all. They're gonna be on second. They're just gonna be sitting here. They're gonna be trying to make the most of it. But tf2easy coming out swinging, at least for the mid fight. Now it's gonna be on them to try and break this as well. No banners. Actually, never mind. Pappy on the banner. right now already. Surprised that, you know, Witness the first to whip it out this early, but they're going to be using the banner.
I like it. I like the fact they've almost got like another objective. It just means that they almost have to preemptively predict when these stalemates will come up. Oh, very nice from Witness Gaming to pepper out Nubby, cheekily getting out there. And they want to make a push with this.
Yeah, they want to keep this rolling forward through Cafe. They're getting a bit of damage in. Papi, trying to get this banner going as well at the very least, even if he doesn't get to push off the back of it. You know, just every single bit of damage helps out here, and if they can get themselves into a nice position, that'd be nice. And Navi maybe opting to get himself ready for a little jump here as well, as you tend to do. Yeah, he's getting that big buff, so I think we've seen a double soldier bomb coming up any second now. They're just rearing for it. Come on, you know they want to do it. You know they do.
Well, this is what happens. You just kind of wait for the balls to enter the China shop before you can call them out. But you always see this sort of staple though. Josh kind of plays off his little position, just throw any sort of spammer in, pepper them up, make them nice and tenderized for any sort of initial jump in. It does risk, however, Josh getting picked off. Yeah, just like that, you're going to have everybody else back off again. They cannot risk this now. With a player down, they're going to have to be defensive on mid, but Witness are also not going to push off the back of it. However, what they did get is Papi's banner. And that could be a difference maker here. They could go for an exchange now. They could try to use that banner to, you know, but we've seen we have seen the disadvantages of this banner, where basically you have to have part 1, part 2 kind of go to plan here, which is part 1, Uber in, force out the Uber, part 2, get a decent skirmish going, or tank the thing with your banner. All could go wrong here. It's a very long, elongated plan, and not many people like even risking that. So they will go for some pickoffs instead. He can't even find the medic.
Nope.
Who stands there as a medic?
So far forward, just completely out of position, somehow catching the unexpected for Navi. And the banner actually gets popped off. They're going to go into mid here.
Oh, nice little rocket starting off on the scout.
Uber exchange as well.
Ubers have popped off. They've dropped Nice Boy during this Uber pop. They're chasing poor Seeds. They actually call them back. Some sort of, I guess, resistance and discipline here from Witness Gaming will settle for the mid instead.
Yeah, they're gonna take it slow here. They know that if they overextended there and just lost even one player, that could have easily ruined this for them already. So they're trying their absolute best, not making mistakes. They're gonna trade out Josh for Domo, which is a pretty favorable trade if you're on tf2easy. But not quite. Still
being chased. That is 3 picks in a sense, and there's no real sort of Uber charge or defense. No battalions back up. A Thomas and a Papi, they have to back out here. They are getting some respawners. They will get the forward spawn, but they will lose that mid point.
And that's going to be tf2easy taking it yet again. A back and forth tug of war on this middle point so far. Nobody wanting to commit too much, but everybody, you know, they get a little bit of momentum. They managed to take that 1 point. Now it's really going to be on trying to take this into the second one as well. Find ourselves in a familiar situation. Even Uber's banner is still in play by Papi, but he hasn't built yet. Crouches in deep. Gets one rocket. There's Nabi as well.
Oh! He gets him! They will lose out. Like Mulo going down there. I think he had Uber charge as well.
He did, yes, he did.
Yeah, so this is a very characteristic point for Mulo now. How many drops has this been this land? This man has more drops than everybody else combined.
Just this series alone, he's dropped like 3 or 4 times. It's unbelievable.
He's just such a greedy boy.
He's so greedy. He got cornered there. Just a wonderful double soldier play. That's gonna sting for Witness.
Is that one of those examples though? Nox once said that you can have things as a good drop. You know, it would just, if they use the Uber there, what can they really achieve with it? What could they do and kid themselves? They give up the second here on Witness Gaming, but during that capture time, they have got the Uber ready to go for last.
And they're gonna use it immediately. Actually, take it in deep on the left side here, and Domo up on the goose cannon as well. It's gonna double dunk Nabi. Beautifully done, but is it enough to cap the point? Yeah, they're definitely going to be able to protect this point. Surely, there's a lot of cap time though. Nobody's going to take care of that spot. Okay, finally, it's only Seeds left. He's running for his life, and he's being chased as well.
Chased. He gets the dream scenario for Witness Gaming. They collapse on everyone. They get Seeds last. Look at that clock before compared to everybody else, Serdi.
You love to see that if you're a Witness fan, but also, my lord, they're calling it close.
They popped off the banner. Nubby is going behind. Has he got that pain train? He might do. Are they sending people behind to deal with it? ×2.
He's already there. He's already ready.
He needs to jump up there. They're ignoring him. They're
Doesn't
capping
matter.
it quicker.
They're out-capping
back
him.
cap. Embarrassing. Oh no, what is nobody to do behind now?
He's just gonna chill, I guess. He's just gonna be a little bit of a nuisance, but he's
have
gonna be
to
out of
give
the
it up
fight.
again.
Nasboy's dead. Navi gets cleaned up as well. They're gonna have an easy time going forward here. They're missing players on the side of TF2 Easy. Navi's out of it. Nasboy has just spawned.
Still got the advantage still. They're spamming out this right hand side. They can keep going with this. Play off their health. They are capping still. They will be down one player. I think they're in on the left. Sentry gun cleaned up. Uber still not used.
Finally.
Seeds has gone down. No Uber charge. They pop off on everybody. They need to find some more frags though, however. The soldiers jumped in, just giving away his life. No, he hasn't. He's jumped away, created space, but it's just allowed the rest to get picked off. Duck hunted. Nasboy, the last one alive, the last one to go down, and the point will go.
Just like that, Witness pick up the first round 7 minutes into the map of Sunshine, picking up a lead with 1-0, but it's still anybody's game, and TF2 Easy can very easily catch themselves and, you know, pick up a run of their own, maybe turn this around again. It could be anybody's as the second mid is going to go underway. Both demos rolling out flowers as you might expect, and they're going to be, you know, just being pretty equal here, just a bit of spamming, all the usual stuff. This is what I like to see. Let's see some damn bombs here. There you go. Some high ground being taken, some pirouettes.
Had a very impactful mid, not really bombing too much at all, just getting in position, kind of walking around, tanking around. They're rotating on each other's side, so whoever loses out on this will not have much of an exit plan. They do push out the medic, and they get picked off, getting too greedy, looking for the Seeds kill. They even lose Mueller as well.
Seeds
is in danger though. He gets peppered, doesn't go down, however, and it's a dream mid for the TF2 Easy squad.
They commit like 5 players on the mid, and nobody can clean them up. Seeds just too slippery. This is so good for TF2 Easy. They have a great chance of taking.
They're already spamming ahead of time, of preventing that sentry gun from being set up. They just need the major, the man, the Josh. Thomas will bring out the sniper going into this defense. Maybe he can pick off someone before they get Ubers. That's the objective here with this push.
They're gonna have to try and do something here. It's gonna be such a tough hold. They have Ixie on the heavy as well. They gotta do anything they can to try and hold it. Uber comes out early. There's no way.
Perfect pop. They lock down one door. They're already sending the combo in to see if they can push them off. Heavy weapons guy will be cleaned up. They do exchange Gazi for it. However, the picks are going much more way. The spam is going their way. Their point is under threat. It's been taken down. TF2 Easy are back in this again.
Just like that. Snap comeback so quickly. It's been happening so much this series. When one team picks up a round, instantly there's a response from the others, and just like that, it's equalized yet again. These teams are so evenly matched tonight. I don't know what happened, but this is not the same TF2 Easy we've been seeing so far this LAN. This is a very, very different TF2 Easy, and they are here to play. They are here to fight, and they are here showing us another mid-fight. As maybe they'll win this one again.
They are changing sides of which way they're rotating around. The soldiers poking and prodding and Pappy. They're collapsing. Very nice Signum soldier play. The scouts following in on that action as well. The blob is just going around the map, consuming them quicker than they can run here, Cerny.
They managed to escape, at least with the scouts and the medic, but it's such a bad situation for Witness already again. And they're being pressured so much. TF2 are not letting up the aggression now. They've tasted blood and they're keeping it rolling forward. They're just pressuring out these players, making sure nobody.
3-second point. Sunshine very giving of this second point by his design. They have an Uber charge. So does Mueller, however, though. But can he compose himself? Can he keep these Uber charges Ubering rather than dropping? Oh, launch back soldier. Launch back again. Oh, and a trap onto Josh to end it as well.
So Witness have stabilized on last for the time being. They're not going to instantly lose. They've got the NG building up a sentry as well. They're going to be hopefully able to hold this, but it is an equal Uber situation. You are at equal scores as well. You're on your last. Do you play for the round reset already at this point? Do you decide that?
I can very much see that happening. Witness Gaming love to lean on this round reset, and I can see why. It's just a very comfortable non-risk performance. They'd have to basically give them 4 picks here if I saw Witness Gaming pushing out from this last point to that second. Almost like they can guarantee the mid straight after that second cap.
That's going to be so hard to do. So much has to go wrong for TF2 Easy with their pushes for that to really happen. And I mean, they might just be willing to go for an exchange or like prod their way in here a little bit on the top side. Just a little bit of peek and a little bit of spamming, trying to take that sentry down early. It's still only level 2, I'm pretty sure. So it's going to be I mean, quite tough to actually keep alive. It's just constantly getting just bombarded. Domo back on a loose cannon as well. It worked well last time when they held this point, but is it going to work again? It's going to be a different story. He's going to have to work the same miracles again as well. And yeah, I mean, Witness, they have to be so careful here. They don't want to risk too much. They have to just take it slow.
Look at the back pats on these Papi and Talenta shoulders. It's the defense here for Witness Gaming, and they are very much tested over on the side of TF2easy.
They are building these banners aggressively. They need them. Papi's got it. Solentis is not picking as much, not building it as aggressively, but he's going to try to get his going as well. And every minute they wait, I mean, that's a round reset potentially, or at least a banner building happening for Witness here. TF2easy, they're going to have to start doing something, and maybe just not feed them more damage, but if they want to get into this last, if they want to convert this round and actually take a lead on Sunshine, they gotta start doing something, man.
They've got that dispenser as well. The spam comes a bit easier for Witness Gaming around this corner. It costs them a lot more. It costs them time here. Look at these nice replays. A nice pick-off onto Nasboy here, but that's just not juicy enough, I think, for Witness Gaming. I don't think you see them push out.
That's nowhere near enough for them to start pushing out. It's good enough to stunt this push for a while, maybe save 30 seconds at
They're going back to the respawn. They know that somebody's going to have opened that door. Nas has opened that for them, but they send not just one back, but two back. I thought they were going to go for a double whammy play. Ghazi will instead go for the spy. It has to be a mile scene coming by Witness Gaming, though.
Surely, like with so much aggression now missing from lobby, the Witness are very much aware of what's going on here. Ixie's already spy checking corners. He's well aware.
He has cloaked in. It's going to be a very long and time the sort of attempt at the thing. They've got one chance at this, I reckon. And I don't think Muller, look at him, he's so erratic. I think you're going to have to settle for a different pick here.
Yeah, he's just spinning in circles every few seconds just to make sure that if there is a spy.
The sap maybe on the sentry gun is looking.
It's something, it's a play, but is it the play they're looking for? It is the play they're looking
He's
for.
sapping the sentry gun.
There's an in-play by Navi. He forced the medic.
The Uber. A very nice play coming out from TF2easy, but they need to keep Seeds alive here, and they somehow need to kind of delay this point on second point and you know, try and get these respawners in, contest the fight, maybe even commit in with the Uber. They pop the banner very, very early on Papi and company, though. They're going back to this mid. They pushed them out of this second point. They haven't had to use the Uber here, Cerny.
They just took it back for free. Papi popping his banner way too soon, expecting way more aggression on that second. It's just not happening. Suddenly, you've wasted your banner. Now there's a full Uber staring down your barrel
and
here on Nas. There's a Stoma sniper. He does not get the shot he needs to, though, to stop the Uber. It comes out.
He's that sticky. He's launching forward. He needs to start setting up on this left-hand side. He sees the medic. He's peppered them down a bit. There's not too much damage. Josh has been reflected back. Seeds, he's gone out of the fight. Ixie will keep this this last point well defended. Nobody's entering back in. Bit optimistic. Has to go back.
He's just going to have to run away. I'm surprised nobody's found him just yet, but he's not going to be doing much either. That second point is going to be capped off by Witness, and that's going to be them finally getting out of their last point. Not going for the round reset, just keeping it going this way. But are they going to be able to take it coast to coast as well? That's going to be a grueling task now with how closely matched these teams have been, how tight they've been playing their games, not leaving any openings, or at least no big ones that you can pry anything into. They're really going to have to try and somehow bust this open.
We've got rockets, spam, soldiers bombing, and then also let's see if they can kind of dissect this sort of arm-length defense from the TF2easy. Witness Gaming have an Uber charge they desperately want to hold on to for maybe a second push or a correct push, and they are just buying time here on TF2easy.
Yeah, TF2easy just delaying for as long as they can. They're gonna have an Uber for this second push that will be coming in from Witness, and Witness, they want to start making stuff here, man. They feel like they gotta start doing something here. Maybe it's gonna be a Sil bomb, maybe it's gonna be something happening, but if they take their time here, we're going to be looking at a very similar situation. They're going to be stuck on last for 5 minutes, trying to bust in, not figuring out how. Ghazi's gone to Pyro, defending second here. So we're seeing the Ghazi Pyro yet again. He's going to be air blasting rockets back through choke as best he can. But yeah, it's going to be a bit of a stalemate again.
14 minutes left on the clock. Half time pretty much between these two gamers. 1-1 apiece. A decider of who is going in that grand final, facing a Goth against Royotech. The weight must be immeasurable between these two teams.
They both know that's so much at stake here. Neither team wants to lose this opportunity to make it to the finals. Both have such a good chance here. And worst case, they have to take it to another golden cap because they're so damn evenly matched. But man, it's such a tough situation to be in because obviously you don't want to push over your tf2easy. If you're Witness here, you gotta make something happen. But it's still very, very tough.
Ixie
You gotta
sniper.
be clean. Ixie on the sniper might be that playmaker that they're looking for. He's looking for an angle for Flowers here, but they're very well aware.
I don't know who he's looking for exactly. Maybe a soldier?
Maybe someone
the corner?
just being too aggressive. Yeah, soldier scout peeking ever so slightly.
I think they might see this dot coming though, however.
They definitely do. There's a soldier right there. He
Yeah,
does not
he's
hit the shot.
spotted now. The element of surprise taken away from the lad.
They're going to be able to do something with the sniper.
The
He's going to get a shot. Gets 150
gets
onto
150
Nasboy, but it's not enough to get a kill off of. Nobody's there to follow it up either. He's expecting a jumper.
Expecting a bomb.
Nobody's bombing either. TF2s are just taking it slow. They're defensive. They are letting the sniper peek so deep though, but he's not hitting the shot on Josh.
Everybody's just hiding behind a spot. Nobody wants to really peek out here. The soldier's even pesky to deal with. He's taking a lot of rockets to the face. Still will get buffed up and still trying to fish out. Statistically, after a point, that sniper will get a headshot.
Eventually. He's gonna have to get one eventually. There's no point if he continues this for so long. He's got to make something happen in this life.
Headshot. He wants to guarantee a kill on someone.
Just charge it fully, get a headshot. That's all you got to do.
Get a
headshot. That demo man, come on.
Can't quite get it. Charge up again. Back on the thing. Missed. Charge it up again.
This is a very, very
high octane gaming here.
So much happening. Whoa.
Sweet merciful God, calm down, Witness Gaming.
So much action. Is he gonna get a shot?
He misses.
He didn't shoot yet. He didn't shoot yet. He's biding his time.
150
on Josh. Well, fair enough. Another 50 on Nasboy.
Mate, this is like countdown. I'm just saying out numbers.
I'm just hoping for it to happen.
Ixie isn't even zooming in anymore.
He's just done. He's decided he doesn't want to do it.
Do I have the
classic
classic involved?
There you go.
Chapter ended.
He gets sat down. He's had enough. He just doesn't want to live anymore. He's decided, yeah, this isn't working out. He's probably switching back to scout. Maybe letting Tomas snipe instead. Who knows? But they need something. They need a different plan here because that Ixie sniper's not working out, and we're already looking at another potential round reset with only 1:40 left on the clock.
Yeah, it's a bit shame. I thought Witness Gamer would be a bit more aggro than this. Do you think they actually go aggressive and give them a chance or an opportunity to cap that midpoint here, Cerny?
Well, they're gonna send in Syl, trying to make something happen onto Seeds. Gets him down a little low, but does not manage to get the kill. And as it stands, we're just going to be looking at a stalemate here, maybe a counter-attack coming out of TF2easy.
I think both teams are more than happy to go to a stalemate at this point, which is strange. I wonder if you should make a button. Just like, guys, we're at a stalemate. Yes, we are. Click.
Just reset it quickly, you know. Don't wait the extra minute.
The enemy would like to stalemate. Yes? Yes or no?
Would you like to stalemate for tonight?
Trade offer mid-fight.
Do not accept trade offers from Syl. Do not do that. Anyway, this is going to be grueling. Mulak is so low, he gets forced actually.
Oh,
Josh managed to jump through.
And they're trying to pick up the
they went in.
Yeah, they
went in. Okay.
The ultimate force a push, as they will actually lose a couple of players out from these players pushing back out from TF2easy. They lose a couple of casualties, however, but they do have an uber charge over Pappy, but Pappy has the Italian's back up.
He's holding it. He's holding that left mouse button down.
He's using it now.
He's waiting for the right moment to use this.
They should see him coming through now.
As the counter Uber is going to come in from TF2easy any second now.
His troops are awfully split on this map. He finally uses it when they have to force out this medic if they want to do it. I don't see any forcing. They're holding the line. Gazi is actually, they've popped off the Uber preemptively to try and get some kills here over on TF2easy, but instead will settle for the push out.
That's all she wrote. They were just waiting for the banner to run out to use that Uber to push out everything, but now... Oh no, they got Mula!
Oh!
Nabi slips in behind, kills Mula. Now there's so much that even the back cap, it's not going to be enough. No, right. It's a stalemate.
It's a stalemate. They didn't cap it in time. Oh, Mula is counting his chickens, I think.
My dude is not having a good time right now.
I don't think anybody's having a good time right now. 9 minutes left. Stress high, adrenaline pumping, tiredness settling in.
You gotta make something happen in these 9 minutes, man. It's still a decent chunk of time to work with as we're headed into our next mid-fight here on Sunshine. The map that's gonna decide who gets to go to the finals. Is it gonna be Witness? Is it gonna be tf2easy?
already cleans up Nubby right at the start here. If they could just play off the numbers advantage. Gazi kind of passed us in. Nasboy will get Ixie down, but they've already taxied that Seeds out.
Just like that, Morale and Seeds running to last, trying to make something happen here with this last hold. So much aggression out of Witness as well, chasing all the way to lobby before finally deciding to turn around and just cap off second, just make this work. And immediately the switch is coming out of tf2easy as well. The NG, the banner, it just instantly snap picks to try and set up a defense here yet again. But it's gonna be pretty hard. Right, I've got a wild thing to say to you here, Cerny. But yesterday we saw something very similar. Witness Gaming were pulling a very similar hold to what tf2easy are doing right now. Froyo Tech in their genius. Paddy comes out with the direct hit. It dismantles what they're trying to achieve. The problem here is the only player we've seen run direct hit this entire series is Nubby. And he's on the defensive side. So,
I mean, Solentes, Pappy, will they actually click on there?
Oh, then it's going to bomb in and force.
What the? Solentes forces it?
That's all you need.
There was a sentry gun. There was a body of people protecting that medic, and he does it.
Solentes is just so much of a giga chat. He just bombs in and gets the force just like that.
Take my lunch money.
He's just going to bully them into it. Now Mullah has that full freaking Uber advantage. Solentes is spawning as well. They're just waiting for that morale up on the sniper, seeing if you can catch somebody out when they turn that corner with the Uber.
Let's see if they can make something freaking happen with this freaking Uber. Maybe
it's gonna be an opportunity at the very least. We're gonna have to see how Witness approaches, man.
Pick a door, any door, Cerny. Will they actually push on just the Uber advantage? Sticky's laid down.
They're coming top. They're coming top. Yeah, they Uber early just to make sure.
Like, where is my launching Sticky? There's a dispenser there.
They're gonna take down the sentry. It's the first kill, but is that gonna be it?
They've got
point pressure already. Be
they're pushing them off the
Seed's
point.
Still not dead.
Point
He's
pressure.
got so much. He's so close to Uber. If they don't kill Seed soon,
the bomb is so big.
No,
the point pressure. Nobody stands on the point. From tf2easy.
Everybody just ignores the point.
They just want to stick to the safety of their blob that they discount that point. How Witness Gaming lost their Granary, they're winning on Sunshine with it.
Just like that, they've realized what the objective of the game is. It's capturing the control points from your enemies. And just like that, they've taken a lead with 6 minutes left. This is going to be crunch time for both teams here because Witness can still be taken to a golden cap.
tf2easy need to get these mid-fights in order here. And all eyes on Nubby. He was the golden boy to start these mid-fights going. But the pipes and the bombs are just so much stronger. The scouts are following up. They can't be touched. Maybe the Demoman can be though. They get a consolation prize, but they still pay the price here. They need victories, not close losses.
And crucially, Mullah lives as well, so there's going to be an Uber in play for Witness here as they're rolling forward onto second. There's nobody really contesting from tf2easy as well. They're going to be sitting on last. They're trying at least to do a little bit, maybe slow them down, but they know they have to either force Mullah here somehow, or actually, there's enough aggression to stop them from capping second for now. And they're going to be forcing the Uber off out of them. All right, Mullah's going to use. He's actually.
Pappy's sort of in, but that's why you don't see people really cross that line on Sunshine. It's such a thing. And speaking of actually making me look silly, they're trying to cross the line over on tf2easy. They've got one soldier in to kind of make space. They bring everybody else with Shutter. It's a meat grinder though. They're burning away their health. They're eating them, gobbling them up. Thomas wants more.
He's hungry, he's thirsty for so much more. There's only a couple players left on last.
They're pushing in, they're going in dry. What is an Uber charge? What is an Uber charge? Here it is, it will defend this last point, but there's no real players that kind of come out. The respawners come out, they only get a Thomas kill for it. Sad affairs here on this push out.
They can't continue with this. Nasboy's trying his
absolute best. Are they really going to do the same mistake again?
Nubby's in dungeon as well, trying to just make some ground, but they cannot afford to do this. Mullah almost has his Uber. They might even wait for Thomas, but they have an edge.
They feel pressured by the time. They have to go in. It's the optimal play, but they have to do something, I guess, here. On tf2easy, it's much more successful this time. They get onto the second point, but they're not giving up. They're not giving up. Pappy is being pushed back. They're gunning down these people who are overextending. Gazzy's trading out. Gazzy goes down. And Nasboy's the only one alive. He has to hold this last on his own.
Against an Uber and almost an entire team. He's going to have to work an absolute miracle.
He gets a couple of damage. He's going to get cleaned up.
No.
The cap in the point. Not like this. He will be Witness Gaming with a nice cushy 2-round lead.
It's still possible.
It's still mathematically
It is
possible.
still possible. And it has been done before.
It has been done before.
It's going to be on
Once upon a
TF2
time. Ladies and gentlemen, lift up your arms, give your energy to TF2 Easy, because they're going to need it.
They're going to need it if they want to make this happen. They're going to be coming in guns blazing,
Perfect
rearing for
mids,
anything.
perfect pushes, perfect transitions. I want perfection out of TF2 Easy.
We're going to be looking at this mid and see how it goes. First frag is going to go to favor
Excellent
of
kill.
them. Killing Domo immediately. Nixie as well. They're going to find Josh on the other side.
this
Poppy
is
gets taken down.
they're
It's actually going
bloody
really, really
doing
well
it.
for TF2 Easy. They're finding the frags they need to. Thomas denies a soldier there, but that's all that's going to happen. Salentis is still hiding next to Choke. But
Nasboy as they cut off the doorway. Oh no, Salentes! He's thrown a spanner in the works! Perfection has been unperfected here by the Salentes.
Just like that, it turns around. Mullah has lived throughout all of that as well, so he is going to have an Uber to work with. Nasboy is in lobby, so far forward together with his soldier
cleaning up
buddy.
the sentry gun over and over
See
again,
what he
but
can
he's
do.
on his own. He gets killed by Pappy. Excellent read by Pappy to know he can abuse that.
It's
2
looking
minutes
bad.
left.
It's looking bad.
Okay,
They
have a chance. They push them to last. Amula has an Uber charge, however. Everything just takes so much time here, and they just have to think quickly. Josh is just going to have to cook something up in an instant microwavable meal of a plan.
He's got it. Come on, so he's got to whip something out of his hat. Gazzy on the pyro offense as well.
They've
It's
turned
the,
to
it's
this
the
so
factor
much.
they need.
The cannonballs, pyro versus pyro, reflect versus reflect. Gazzy falters. The red all over the screen. Red in the eyes of Witness Gaming.
And
they want everyone. 5 HP Warrior will not survive. He will survive, but now he will go down. 2 minutes left, and I mean, it's possible, but it's just got to be impossible at this caliber.
It's hard. I think at this point TF2 Easy have decided to concede. There is very low chance for them to actually make it happen
Nasboy
now.
wants to go behind, draw some players out, play the airfight game, goes down every single sort of thing. They're being brought to their knees here from TF2 Easy. It's not looking so easy now. Ixie picking off us these last strands, pulling them apart. The hopes and dreams dying right in front of my eyes. I think the math is against them as well. Witness Gaming are looking like your grand finalists.
Well, Navi's got a back cap going at the very least, and you know, he's buying a lot of time here. Almost gets the cap action. Ixie's going to BM taunt him as well.
The stab has been made. They pierced them for the heart and they're twisting the blade. Not like this.
It's
GG
crumbling.
out, you goddamn poor boys.
Oh, they're still trying to get that cap. There's still a chance. No, they're going to Uber to try and protect it. It's not going to happen. They're throwing everything at that point, but they just can't do it. It is over. It's a slaughter.
It's trash time. It's sad time.
Over.
It's crying time. It's crawling a corner time.
It's over.
Oh.
That's a great little play there. All right, fair enough.
50 seconds of victory laps here for Witness Gaming. A world lifted off their shoulders and now a nation put on their backs. They will
a
be
continent.
A continent.
Not just a nation, an entire continent.
An entire continent, excuse me. Get the dictionary out. Look at the word destroyed. You'll find TF2 Easy.
What a match.
What a match.
What a match.
Okay, so 20 seconds left. It's everybody can just calm down, let the reality sink in.
Oh,
Josh
Josh's gonna get another round for his
Josh
team.
refuses. He wants this close headlight. Does TF2 Easy win? Do they win here? I don't think so. It lies.
It's just like that.
It lies. All right.
Wow.
Well, I'm speechless.
Same. My voice is dead.
Yes, it is.
I need to get out of here.
Please, take us out, analysts. Please. Please.
After an absolute barn burner from the two European representatives, Witness Gaming survive Granary, come back on Process, and then take the win on Sunshine. Cadus, didn't quite have you for map 2. You're a bit busy being Coach Cadus. How are you feeling now?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, first of all, I'm just gonna say like massive props to tf2easy for turning their performance around, if not the result, because they've looked atrocious before this match in this tournament, in history of this season. But they put on a hell of a show and a hell of an effort. So like, give it up for tf2easy for me, for my money. They did their absolute best. But Witness Gaming just proving a question that was asked about them. Their mental resilience was put to the test on multiple times this LAN. Against Furiotech, they've had leads. This time, they were down a map, and big questions being asked about whether they're able to come back. I quoted an anecdote of a very, very similar situation from last I-65, and without going into the details, this is almost an exact replication of that. Okay, the third map wasn't quite as dominant as the I-65 scenario, but in terms of the seeds, the circumstances, the continents, the two EU rivals playing off against each other in the lower bracket, the favorite going down one map, then coming back strong in the second, looking like a force, and then winning the third out. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And we all know what happened after that lower bracket final, by the way. It was a 3-0 to EU versus NA in grand final.
Guys, I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. We still have a bit of time to talk. Before we start talking about that final, once again, I just want to go over tf2easy a little bit more because they put in such a good performance. Mora Alexi on that third map, he had some shots.
I mean, like, yeah, he was. I mean, he's a player, like, I feel like, at least from my perspective, I haven't talked about him that much this LAN because he does his job very well. Even when tf2easy have not really been having their best performances, he has still been solid. Like, his stats have been okay. Like, okay, Pocket Scout stats sometimes have to be taken with a pinch of salt because it's quite easy to get decent stats whilst the team's not really functioning or whilst things aren't really going your team's way. But yeah, he's been a solid performer for them, and yeah, on this map is no exception. Okay, he falls below the top performance from Witness, but
that log out of Pappy is insane. 17 kills, 11 assists, 6 deaths as a pocket soldier in 2022.
I mean, he spent a lot of time with Banner, but I mean, even with the Banner situations and him, I mean, surviving with the Banner, because they were not just Banner holding, they were Banner transitioning. They were using Banners instead of Ubers to basically make up ground and things like that. So, I mean, yeah, Pappy did a hell of a job, and not just on the stats. Like, the stats, don't get me wrong, we're going through the stats here, but I just want to add, like, you know, like you said, I was over there for a lot of the game. He is doing a hell of a job keeping these guys together, not just in the server, but out of the server as well. It's, yeah, hats off to that guy, absolute monster.
And I think that's what we need, right, in European TF2. Something we've kind of lacked after your departure a little bit. Sort of that voice, the leader. We have it in Josh. We have it in Pappy. When you have a team like this, they get taken down. To have the mental fortitude, it's so important. We've seen it from Froyotech in North America. Now to see it from Witness Gaming as well. The only question is this performance from Witness Gaming? I think if you're a European, you want to know, was that enough to take it to Froyotech, or do they have to step up even more for the grand final?
They do, but it's now a question of momentum. I will say this. Before the game, this is not something I said on broadcast, I don't think, but I felt in my heart of hearts, Witness were going to struggle in this game. They seemed a little off today, just in general, in their persona. In their warm-up matches, their comms were quiet. They seemed a little, not dejected, because they have no reason to be. They're well in this, but something felt a little bit off about them, and I think this game will serve as a big pick-me-up. Like, okay, they've beaten tf2easy comfortably in the past, and you might think automatically, oh, they had a really close game with them, and that's going to make them feel like they're not playing well. But tf2easy stepped up massively. That cannot be understated enough. This was not the same level of tf2easy that they've been dominating. This was a real opponent who required a real good performance to defeat, and also just the nature in which the match played out. Coming back from a map down, winning 2 maps in a row, going into the next series, which will be the grand finals. You will feel good after that. Of course, they need to elevate their play even further to beat Froyo, but like I think just the building of momentum it cannot be understated enough. They will feel so much better now than they would have done if that had just like eked out like as like a 2-0. I honestly think they wouldn't feel as good as they feel now. Now they feel pumped, they feel hyped, they feel like, because this is the thing, they have thrown away leads time and time again in this tournament against Froyotech. Okay, it's a different team, but we had no evidence so far to suggest they could come back from adversity. All their wins were comfortable games, but now we have seen they can win these tough games and that is gonna tell them, like, if they're down against Froyo or if they're up against Froyo, if they're in a close, tight situation, they know they can do it now, and they're going to be feeling on cloud 9 right now, and they're going to be going in full of confidence into the grand final.
They definitely are. Speaking of that grand final, we have that coming up next, I'm assuming, unless production starts yelling in my ear. Might be the case, who knows. But otherwise, I mean, I think we should talk a little bit more about... I can't hear production at all in my ear.
I think they said they don't like what we're talking about, and they want something about a group photo.
Oh, yeah, that's so true. Guys, you're in the TF2 community. You want to be a part of the group photo. Smoking area outside Hall 4. Come, and we'll take a big group photo as soon as we end this segment, basically. But now I'm getting hand signals. I can't. Now I stop. Guys, this is my first hosting gig. I'm very sorry. We did our best, but that's it for us. Group photo for all the boys. When we come back in a little while, it will be the grand final. Witness Gaming versus Froyotech. North America versus EU. Best of 5. You don't want to miss it.